Hey guys, and welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We are back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, the RSS. That is real scale solar system. Look, it's Earth in the background. It's not Kerbin. I've got a level with you. Today's probably not going to be the high octane streams that I normally have. I do not feel great. I am super unsettled in the belly and all sorts. But we're going to go anyway. We're going to try and launch some stuff to Venus. We're going to go and just burn stuff up in the atmosphere probably. Last time we had trouble even getting into the atmosphere. Hey Wick, how you doing, man? Trouble even getting into the atmosphere. We ended up exploding whilst trying to perform a... what do you call it? Atmosphere break, atmo break. Atmosphere. I can't even get the names right. I'm going to try and recover all of these. For today, we're going to use the same craft, but we're going to take the Kerbal rated bit off the top of it. I am lurgied for some reason. I had literally no idea why. I was having a beautiful day out with my girlfriend, and about halfway through it, I was just like, I don't feel well. I don't know why I don't feel well. I don't want to feel ill. I'm out doing wonderful things. Why am I feeling ill? So anyway, yeah, that's where we're at today. I've had an hour's nap, which is just not me. I do not sleep during the day. And anyway, let's open this up and have a look at the last craft. Of course, we've got the Venus one. There we go. Load that up. Beautiful, wonderful, and kind of amazing. And we're going to try and... There's something wrong with my PC at the moment. You notice how all the loads are taking so much longer. I'm fairly sure. The thing is, I don't want to say this too loud in case it hears. I've bought 2 new hard drives. So I think maybe the old one is just getting a little bit... and it's like, well, they're in the flat now, and I haven't updated because I need to record a whole bunch of other stuff. I need to get some old stuff off of my old one, and yeah, I think my PC might be rebelling. But anyway, with that in mind, let us. Why is this up? Procedural part. It's because of these flaps here, right? That's why that's there. I'm really tempted, really tempted to go ahead and just take the majority of this off and then surround this in heat shields and see if that works. That's my first plan. Do we want to just get to the first plan straight away, or do we want to play around with some other ideas? This is definitely now Venus 2. We're not going twas. No, twas so. No. Let's save that. I'm saving that. That is not what we want. So this is the main part. Look at it. Okay, that's something that we can. Oh, is it the main part? No, it's connected to the main part. That everything else is secondary too. What I want to do is try and break this. So we're going to take this one off here, like so, and then we're going to take this one off here, and we're going to say bye-bye Kerbal parts. As easy as that. Now, the problem that we've got is that I really would like to, and of course, we're going to be changing this. All's good. One SSD is better. Well, okay, I'm an old man. I'm sorry about it. When I talk about my internal storage, I think hard drives, but I've got an SSD and an M2. Is that the ones that can connect straight into your motherboard rather than going through the SATA cable. So yeah, but thank you for the. Yeah, you are totally right there for Marfa. How's it going? Welcome. Hey, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing better than I'm feeling right now. I'll tell you that much. Can we get onto the central part there? I don't know whether we're going to be able to. How about if we take the engines off of there? We've done this a couple of times, right? And we take those off of there, and then we connect that onto it's there. I know it's there. I can feel it. Okay, are you good? Is that where we want it? And then we just kind of lower this down like so. Now the problem is that I don't actually, I do want to actually use this craft, but we're going to have a bunch of modifications to it. It's 12, right? 12 was the right number to match up. It's just literally so that we can match up, let me pull it, with the number of those little dots under there. That's why I put 12. Yeah, aesthetics. Not any reason for Delta V or anything like that. Just the aesthetics. Welcome to the Twitchi Space Social Club. No politics, no flat earth, no lead supporters. You know it. I mean, to be fair, we are not strong on the football around here. I have... Yeah, I'm probably going to annoy a few people. I literally never cared about football, not even an iota. Even when my family was trying to use it as a way to get to know me better, I'm just like, I just don't like it. I'm sorry, I really don't. Okay, so what are we going to do? Do we even need the? We do. We need the parachute at the top here. There's no way of wording that any other way. I'm wondering if there is other things that we could do. I'm just going to take these off. Useless, absolutely useless. Any sort of aerodynamic stability on this craft is just having a laugh. I feel like what we actually want to do excuse me, a little bit of a burp there. I'm going to have a few of those. If I just go silent, it's because I'm making noises that I don't want to put through the microphone. I'm sorry about that. Maybe laugh on the spacewalk. Yeah, it was NASA space flight. I was there watching that. The coverage of the Polaris Dawn mission, and of course there's a bit of a problem with them calling themselves NASA Spaceflight. Now Chris, the guy who first made that channel, did it way back in the shuttle program, and that's why he called himself NASA Spaceflight, because he was just covering the shuttle program. But now that they do everything, everybody thinks they're NASA, which is like huge PR play on their part, but it is kind of annoying in other ways. I don't know whether this radio here is going to be good enough without a Kerbal. Am I sending? Infernal robotics landing gear. Is there a landing gear in there? Oh, I see what you're saying. We should build these. I'm not 100% convinced that we're even going to get this through the atmosphere as of yet. This has enough Delta V in it to deorbit itself when we get there. I'm just thinking about how we keep this pointed the way we want to point it and not. So what I want to do, let me throw down some parts and we'll just try and figure it out. LEO heat shield. We're going to go with the 2 meters because the 1 meter wasn't enough last time. And then somewhere in here, I should be able to attach one of these. I don't want 12 of them. As cool as 12 would be, I only really want one of them up front. We're going to go one like that, and we'll just pick a random engine to be the carrier of that. And we just, oh no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. How are we going to? There we click on this without upsetting the rest, and we do something like this, right? We kind of pull this in this way and then we push it in that way, and we feel like that maybe getting close to being central on the craft. Is that central on the craft? If we spin this around in a circle, does it look like the point in there is going up into the circle? And I think so. I'm the same with you as football. Clinton Stanley is the best people. Aerofin on the tower to push the lift center up. I think we're okay. I think we're okay actually. What I do want to do now, LEO heat shield. Can I put this one here? And then I don't know if this is going to work quite how we want it to work. But then we've got like heat shield on both sides, right? I don't know. Oh, no. That's not what we want at all. I'm kind of tempted. I've pressed Control Z, so it's doing a bunch of stuff here. I'm actually kind of tempted just to go in with the 2 meter heat shield like that. It's not going to take us. It's not going to take us too long just to get out there. If we just do it now, if you see what I'm saying. We've got the RCS underneath. We've got a bunch of batteries and an RTG in there. I feel like, even if we surround this with solar, just to be sure, something like this, and we go with the 4 of them just to make. You know what? Let's go with 6. Just because it looks nice, right? Just looks nice. I am tempted just to go with this. I'm actually tempted to throw a Kerbal in there as well, just so that we've got someone actually controlling the system. But then that's another Kerbal lost, and I don't know. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Let's fly it. Let's see what's going on. I don't know whether we are going to be able to have control of this craft by the time we get out to Venus. Now, there is another Kerbal already around Venus in a capsule that can take control if need be. But whether they're gonna, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get out of there. It might even be the fact that we just put this into low Earth orbit and we're already in trouble. So we'll see how we go with that. It is of course nighttime, but whatever. We're not trying to take whatever angle we want. Let's just, for the people watching on the video. Hey, people on the video, how you doing? We hardly ever talk. I hope you feel inclined to make a comment so that I can talk back to you at some point. But you might see that the Earth, the Moon's orbit is inclined at 24 and whatever degrees. And then if we carry on zooming out, that actually all the planets are inclined at that sort of angle. They're all within about 10 degrees of each other, so we'll just go with that. Apart from, of course, Pluto has to be the weirdo. It's I don't know. Should we find out? Hang about. Let me have the Pluto inclination. No, not investment inclination. This is probably something we can find out. So one of the things that I love about the Wikipedia page is on the right-hand side, there's like all this information, and most people are going to have no idea what like the sidereal orbit or the mean anomaly is. But inclination 17 degrees, 11 to the to Sun's equator. But that's a lot compared to the rest. I assume to the ecliptic, right? It's hard to tell. Sometimes they don't tell you what it's relative to. And we've all know that the word degree means relative to. That's why Kelvin doesn't have a degree. Anyway, that's the thing. I think there's a protocol, heat shield, and structural part. Procedural, sorry, protocol. I can read well. Did I mention that I'm ill today? Why can't I go back to the map? I've pressed M a couple of times. But my point was that we're going to put ourselves into the same inclination as the moon because it's close enough to the same inclination as the rest of the planets. 11 hours later, we might even be in daylight for this. Oh, it's night. It's sundown time, but that's fine. I'll take that. I will take that. Let's clear this. We're going to find out how many problems we have on staging. Oh. It's not good enough. Can I fly it without SAS? I mean, yeah. I could get MechJeb to fly it without SAS as well. Wait, is there a monolith over there? I mean, I know there's a monolith over there in the real game, but I was kind of not... Look at this. Should we go visit this at some point? It's the actual monolith. Okay, that's cool. That's in the base game. If you've never driven over there and checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's nothing special. It's just a piece of black rock. Do I want to... we're going to try it. 3, 2, 1, full throttle, go! I should really put the solid boosters and the liquid boosters, liquid engines on different... are we going? We are going. On different... What's the word that I'm looking for here? Stages. That would be much better. A cone-shaped lander should keep it pointing upright. That is very smart. Maybe that is what we'll do. We'll completely redesign it when we go the third time. Let's be honest. This mission is going to be failed by an hour into it, and then we'll start making the second one. The fact that this lander is pretty good. I find it interesting that we're so sluggish off the launch pad when we were doing better when there was more weight on top. That is very interesting. Actually, I've just realised that we are missing a stage in the middle here because I took it off purposely, but I didn't replace the amount of fuel in there. Hey ZTech, that's a very generous estimation of my odds here. Not only do we have no SAS, I am flying completely raw, but we are definitely missing a bit of Delta V here. That is to be sure. We'll see how that goes though. I should write stuff down on a bit of paper. That's the only way I'm ever going to remember is if things make it down onto a piece of paper right in front of me. I'm just folding stuff out here. We're going to be like, what do we want? Interplanet stage. Yeah, that's the top one. Interplanet stage, and then afterwards it's kind of it's a nice to have. SAS. It'd probably be good to be able to hold it in the direction that I want it to be turning. Okay, speaking of, we're now going maybe twice the speed that I would normally do before I start turning. So I'm gonna engage in what I'm gonna call a pretty excessive gravity turn. As things go, this is an extreme maneuver, but I think we're fine with it. We're mostly traveling upwards, so we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at some of the orbital parameters right here. Apoapsis, of course, being the highest point of my orbit, and periapsis, currently 6 million meters under the surface of the planet, is the lowest point of my orbit. Now, as we read these numbers here, you can see that I'm about a minute away from the apoapsis, and that is indeed going up because I'm thrusting the circle that is my orbit. Oh, let's zoom right in here so we can actually see the circle that is my orbit is getting bigger. Believe it or not, this is a circle. There's an ellipse. Let's use the technical term here. He can cheat his lander on Venus and perform tests. I don't want to cheat the landing. On the moon, I was kind of okay with that. I didn't mind so much when we'd got somewhere, we'd done some things, we'd done a landing, and then I flipped my rover upside down. I didn't mind too much about that. Or when we got to Mars and we'd done the majority of the mission, and there was just like, how do we fly past the moons, I was okay using a little bit of propellant there. But when it comes to actually, the real objective, I would prefer not to, because I'm good enough, right? I'm good enough. So, do you think I'm good enough? People are nodding in the background. Yeah, that's good enough. I would like to take a vote of confidence from chat. No, let's not do that. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. We dropped the solid boosters and we are on our way. Oh, I am definitely flying too high right now. Let's go this way. Or if I was talking to Wick, I wish I was flying too high right now. But anyway, let's carry on moving over this way. 190 kilometers up. Well, rather, that is where my apoapsis is. I like to keep it just a little bit below 250, but I think my orbit, my ascent trajectory has not been the best. So we'll see how that goes. What I would like to do, if we can just kind of get it to sit roughly on the horizon, and then I can press this without my hand's now off the keyboard. I would like to come out here and go, hey moon, if I could I set you as target? Now we're not going to the moon, but this ascending and descending node is a pretty handy way of knowing how close to the ecliptic I am, and it looks pretty good actually. If we hold that up, if I go just a little bit further towards the east marker here, you can see that number goes down. If we go just on the other side of my prograde, it's going up, so I guess we're just going to go there. I hear orbit. Do you hear the dulcet tones of orbit? I feel like though that we are going to be in trouble when it comes to our Delta V. I'm still flying raw, no SAS. It's kind of difficult to keep this pushing around, especially with look at the thrust. Okay. Alright, I think we found our first failure mode. Oh, no, I do have a whole other stage here. Okay, is this a stage with infinite starts? 4 starts. Okay, I can do it with 4 starts. I can do it with 4 starts. I'd like to, if I can, throw that away. Don't start up. Yeah, well, we're going to start the rockets. It turns out it is going to start the rockets. I didn't think I really wanted it to, but that's fine. Okay, are we just going to power our way to a nice circular orbit at this point? I mean, as circular as I could. Oh, I hear a vote of confidence was needed. Can a mod arrange that? There's no mods. It's just me. Lol. She's in the room with me. I get to laugh about these things. Yeah. Of course, you know, there's like how many people? 6 people in the chat. So, you know, say hi. How's it going? With us regulars, we know the result. I'm very confident in me to pull off this mission by about hour 2.5. Of course, we're going to finish the stream at hour 2. So that's kind of how it normally goes, right? Okay, I want to pivot my nose down a little bit more. Look at these numbers here. More importantly, look at this number. That's the one that I'm interested in. This number being the periapsis. If we press this button to bring us out to the map view, we can see my orbit. Currently not quite going sideways fast enough. I'm like a rock or a ball that has been thrown up and sideways. And it's not quite going fast enough sideways to stay off the planet and not hit the floor again. Is always my favourite analogy. I think it was Newton, actually, that came up with the idea of a cannon on top of a mountain. When I was giving a talk during my science communication course, I went with a superhero throwing a baseball off the top of a mountain. Like, you know, if you throw it, you know, you throw it, but you don't throw it hard. It just makes a little curve, right, and it hits the floor. But if you throw it too hard, it just goes off in a straight line over that way somewhere. Which means somewhere in between, you know, you've got the perfect speed and angle to go all the way around the planet. It's always my favourite analogy. People who like to use the mathematics like to say that it's the point where the force of gravity is balanced by the centrifugal force. We can argue about centripetal if you like, but I mean, I'm just going to frame of reference you, and then we'll deal with it like that. Okay, so we are very, very close to circularizing here. I pretty much have my apoapsis. I've got to say, that's a perfect trajectory that I've, well, I mean, say perfect. It's a pretty good trajectory that I've managed to muster up right here. And I'm also just about looking at the right direction, and I'm going to cut my engine there. 250 by 230. That's pretty circular. Oh, that's pretty circular. I'm very happy with that. Now, have we got the right window to go to Venus? You know what? I didn't even check. But thankfully, we've just got a robot. Does it have a... We got plutonium, but we also have the thing that I'm trying to say is a solar panel. So we should be good and fine. Wait, what's up? What? Wait. I put a whole bunch of reaction wheels on the bottom here. Oh, they're the reason that I can turn this at all whilst everything's off, right? We know that. Belgarath the Sorcerer, I know him, hit his thumb with a hammer in annoyance and threw it. That was 6,000 years ago and hasn't come down. David Eddings, the book. Yeah. Oh, man, I have not read any of the Belgariad 4 Ooh, time. The Bulgarian, the Bulgarian, her series of books as well, and then the 2 codices. If you've not read any David Eddings, I do recommend them. They're not Tolkien. They're not Tolkien, but they really are quite. They're great stories. Okay, all right. Let's zoom out here. Let's figure out where we're going now. As always, we're trying to travel downhill, right? You know, we've got a gravity well. Let me come up here. You can imagine, you know, we've got a gravity well around the sun, and we're trying to go downhill. To go downhill, we need to slow ourselves down. Imagine us like, you know, we're wall of deathing around the gravity wheel right now. That's a great analogy. I should use that more in the future. I'll remember that. And so to go down the well, we need to slow down. And to slow down, we reverse. No, this is where the analogy falls apart, but I'll figure it out. So, we know we're not going to the moon. We know we're going to Venus, set as a target. I've got to say, this doesn't look good. Unless we can get there in almost exactly 6 months, I don't think this is going to go well for us. But I want to go in that direction. At the Apple Apsis. Oh, don't like it at all. We'll see where we end up. And I might have to wait 6 months, as I say. This might be a thing that we need to do. 3.4 kilometers per second. Do I even have that in the tank? Wait, we've got to ask MechJeb. Get rid of that. Open this up. MechJeb, can you tell me how much Delta V I have? I've got 8 kilometers in the tank. Thank you very much. I'm going wherever I like. I could get out of the sun. I could be gone and never coming back again. But as I'm not going to do that, let's move this over here. Grab you. Speed up. How's that doing? Let's have a look on here. Is that getting closer? Yeah. Oh, did you see that? There they are. Oh, those are not the circles I wanted to see. Look at not the approach vectors I wanted to see. They are far too far apart here. Not feeling that at all. I guess what I'm going to do instead is consult the mod that tells me exactly when the time to leave is. Venus, what's the date, if you don't mind? It's 1953, the 5th of the 10th. For some reason I'm seeing the 5th of the 9th here, and we'd like to do it in less than 2 years. Let's plot this out. We're looking. Oh, that's kind of terrible. But over here, this could also be good. I mean, where's the smallest here? So just for what's the word that I want to say here? For comparison, this is the best orbit in this little reticule that they've given us here. I could talk more about this whole plot and stuff like that, but I think all you need to know is that the colour denotes the Delta V cost. And here, we got a total of 7.5, which, as I've got 8.5, it's probably pretty good. But if we come over here, there should be some that's almost. Oh no! Look at those inclination changes. We've got a 12, and it starts going up again. Do I have 12? I don't know if I've got 12 in the tank. 8.5, 9, 10.5. No. Dang it. Okay, well we're going to be waiting for this one. It turns out. Kind of have to. So I'm going to clear that one off. We're going to use. Is there where is like literally the best? I saw a 0.4 there, 7, 9, something like that. I should be able to now, I hope, put this. Let's add that to that. How do I show parking orbit in map view? Show phase angle. How do I just go? Okay, give me that. I'd really like to just have that. Doesn't look like it's going to do it. Okay. Well, I have copied it over to the map. I mean the what's the word I'm looking for? Maneuver nodes. So I'm just gonna do this. Well, I guess we're going. If I open this one up, more problems. Close that one. 400 days. We are going to the tracking station. May have been delving into your bookcase. Oh, I mean we can. Have a look at my bookcase at some point if you like. I should imagine it's very similar to yours. Okay, 400 days. Where's the alarm clock? Do I have a warp to this one? Surely there is a button. Do nothing, kill warp, pause gain. There's not a button. 400 days. Here we go. I don't know how long that's going to take. We're at massive warp, so we'll see how it's going. Let's a moment of thought for Marisha, Amanda, and Fritz currently out. Fritz landed at Mars. Did we actually get him to land? Wait, didn't we have someone at Mars in a craft? I'm fairly sure we did. There should be another person somewhere. How are we 5 days over? What is this? Venus 1. Where's Venus 2? Wait, is everything not being displayed here? Okay, Venus 2. There we go. Thank you very much. I think the game is trying to do me in here. 5 days beyond the alarm clock that I asked it to go to. Things are just not going well today. I see there are 7 people watching and only one of you has liked my video. I've got to say, this offends me a little bit. How dare you? I am ill today and I'm here trying to be somewhat entertaining. I know I'm not doing great at it. But... Oh no! Why are these... Oh, wait, I know why. It's because we are unstable. I need to keep it at 35. Can't give you better odds. I'm surprised you've not given me lower odds, to be fair. 35% is very... I mean, like... You have obviously seen... would you like to unsubscribe and subscribe again? Maybe. Hey Tremaine, how's it going? One person, like four people now. Like, thank you very much. Thank you. I feel much better about myself now. Is that a manipulation tactic? Should I feel bad about what I just did? Oh no, I feel great that I got some likes on my video. That's the important thing, right? Okay, let's push that out there. I mean, this is what leads to YouTubers releasing lunchable alternatives with horrifically bad stuff for kids in them. I guess you've not heard about that, have you? Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and KSI have all released a terrible lunch. Variations of food are included. Sorry, I have to keep people updated with the things that I read on the internet. Okay, so does this do the thing that I wanted to do? I'm not sure that it does. Let's bring this around here, like so. Apparently there's a lunar eclipse tomorrow in the UK. What? Hey? Oh, wait. UK lunar eclipse. If this is true, I am so haps. Ooh, I'm not sure if I trust the Metro, but we'll do it. Oh, Greenwich Observatory. Let's see what they're saying about it. When? Tell me. Oh, it's a penumbral. We're going to see 2024, 25. Oh, we missed one on the 7th of September. Wait, is it the 7th? No. Okay, so there was one on the 7th of September. Did you know there was one on the 7th? I didn't know there was one on the 7th. The moon will rise above the horizon just in time for us to see the lunar eclipse. I feel cheated. Drops everything to look at the shine. Is that lunar eclipse? I'm sorry, Zed. I know it's not quite... I mean, surely you should roughly see... Like, I know we're like an entire continent apart, but we are pretty close in our view of the moon, right? Can we click back here so I can see what's going on?
What about tomorrow?
What about tomorrow? I didn't find that, but
Alright, I'll do some digging.
yeah, we'll do so. Like Zed says, maybe in the middle of the stream is not the best time for me to be looking at these things. Am I still? No, we're still going to Venus. So I feel like something's wrong here. I feel like something's wrong, but we're gonna figure it out. The first thing is I would like this line to be as tangential as possible to the Earth's orbit. That means that my my thrust, my fuel, is being thrown out in the right direction. And then we're over. Why is this not? You know what I'm saying? This like -4. Maneuver 1. Let's go faster. See what happens. Okay, there we go. We've got something over here. Let's try a mid-course correction. Everybody likes a mid-course correction. I feel like we need a mid-course correction meme or macro or something like that. I think it lied to me. Anybody else think like it lied to me? Oh, I cleared the wrong one. From here, add maneuver, 3,500 delta V if we can, please. Something like that. And that should then be almost perfectly with it. Unlike myself, who's currently not very with it. Realise he's screaming, realise not enough people have liked the video from a comment, asked for likes because he's fragile ego millions and compares himself to Logan Paul and Mr. Beast. Yeah, that's it. This is the content you're here for. Okay, there we go. That's the approach that I'm looking for. I feel like this is going to be a two orbit job. If we then bring this down, I've got to hide this. This is totally in my face. Descending node needs to go back up to get that to a 0. It's like that. And then we pull it in until they meet. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I'll take any of these. That one. That's the maneuver we want, right? Look at how long we get that Venus encounter for. I'm hoping if we now go and look at Venus. Mercury. I went past it. Always the worst. I suppose I should go back to the actual. We're never gonna zoom in on the other moons of the outer planets. By the way, we're gonna wait until we're. Oh, that's gonna be a delta V to slow down right there. Add maneuver, slow that down. Actually, it's not too bad. Okay, we've got all the maneuvers that I actually want to take part in for now. That's a pretty good circularization. All right, now that everything is set up and we've probably got enough ignitions to go, let's see if we can't make this work. Okay, one of the problems I've got is that I've only got tiny little reaction wheels on the bottom of this craft, and we're trying desperately to turn this entire thing. Is this why you don't like Jebediah Kerman? The clash of egos. Yes. Yeah. I'm not too proud to admit that maybe Jeb is stealing my limelight. I'm fine with saying that. Valentina, Bob, Bill, they know how to play second fiddle. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go here. Can we get more of a... You know what, I'm just doing it. Oh, we went too far. Is it gonna put me back where I want to be? 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Power time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I'm pointed in almost totally the wrong direction. We've got a minute to try and get there. But that should be fine. I still don't know whether this heat shield is going to be enough, but we're going to find out. The Ultimate Squad, you know it. I mean, the Ultimate Squad is obviously that advertisement company in Mexico that made the game. They're the Ultimate Squad. Prove me wrong. They're definitely a better squad than Intercept Games made. Okay, I feel like I'm going to be pretty much burning at the planet by the time we get there, but that's also pretty cool. I'm all about it. 18th of September. Okay, we've got a prenumbral eclipse. I can't say it properly, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? You got the umbra, which is the dark part of the circle, and then because the sun is bigger than the moon, you got bits that can kind of sort of see the sun, and that's the penumbra. Let me just read it. Penumbra. There's no R in there. I did my thing of adding R's where there are none. Oh wait, we've got to use the RCS. I forgot. Go. Wait, do we have RCS? Oh, my game. Well, I've messed myself up. I'm trying to spin right now. Let's see how it works. It looks like one of them died, which is unfortunate. Like, did we use any of our TTEB whilst we maxed out our fuel? I see what's happened here. I'd see, but it's horrific. And I don't know if we're ever going to be able to spin up fast enough. Look at me trying. I've got full lock on the go over here. Just slamming my yaw. But the problem is the propellants aren't dropping down. I really wish I'd saved it. Alright, first redesign time. Let's go. Oh, we're going to leave these in orbit, it turns out. Because we went to the tracking station. Okay, it's no problem. I know why. And so begins the first day of Kessler syndrome. That's... So, RCS... Wait. Write this on the list. I've got a pen Where's my pen gone? I had a pen somewhere. Just going to use this. No, that's a marker pen. Don't use that. Wait, where is my pen? Spinning around on my desk a little bit. I wish my pen was spinning around on my desk a little bit. RCS. Okay, right. We've now got the list. And maybe we will go straight from orbiting into the flight. into the transfer, right? Hopefully, if we got the way. So we want number 2. Venus 2. Are we going to put an extra stage on it, or are we just going to go with it as it is? No, it's got enough. It's got enough. It's got enough. I know it's got enough. Wow, we're just about to put some extra fuel on there and stuff like that. But it should be enough, right? I like to use... Are they big? They're not big enough, I'll tell you that. Are you big? I think they're getting on more for a size that is comparable to the right side. Because we could use this, but let's be honest. They might be a little big. Do you think they're a little big? How about SAS? We will definitely go do that as well. Thank you. It is on my list, but we're going to start with RCS, and I'm just going to throw them on there like that. And then if I have a look in the fuel tanks, we can use... What's my favourite? I kind of like using these ones because they look kind of cool. ISO grid. More thrust should be beneficial. We got thrust. That's okay. Thrust is not really the issue. None of these are good enough. HP, nitrogen, thank you very much. HP, of course, being high pressure, aluminium gridded tank. I think actually what I want to do is come down here somewhere, aluminium lithium gridded tank, and then we get like more fuel in the tank for that, right? There's 503 as opposed to over here we got 488. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the technologies available to us. Crazy, I know. You remember saying overkill is underrated. I mean, yeah, it's true. It's true. You definitely bring me pause for thought. I just mean like on my cat. Let's bring this down to about there. Let's then bring it back up, but not the size. Ha ha ha. Like so. Sorry, terrible pun that only I laughed at. Let's then put in a new stage. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? I can already think of loads that could go wrong. But hey, what's the worst that could happen? Tank procedural shielded. We might be able to think. How about a bigger heat shield? That's actually one of the biggest we got. Wait, you distracted me here. This is just a little bit bigger. If we want to go a little bit bigger, I suppose we could put one of these on there. Can we? Wait. Toggle? No. Inflate. We could put that on there, and then have one on the other side. I feel like it would be a problem though. I feel like it would be a balance problem, you know? Do I care? You know, I was very tempted to call this stream the Soviet Curse and then just go through all the plans that they had done. So, yeah, that's a good idea, Zed. That's a really good idea. But I'd like to try this one first. And to do that, we're literally just going to throw... Not a solid. What's a good engine with an infinite number of relights on it? We found a couple and I can't remember what they are. Could I have people's favourite primary colour? Bearing in mind we've got blue, we've got gold, we've got brass. I need to just put a different colour on here. At the moment, unless anybody tells me any different, we are going to go for, let's pull that out there, the Delta Blue. That's a terrible colour blue. Let's just, nice purple. Hey, typical plant. This does look silly. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you on board. If you are offended by silly looking things, I recommend this isn't the one for you. Right, so let's move on and try and... I would like, so as I say, something with an infinite number of relights. Now, I don't know what's even going to have an infinite number of relights because, 5 here, but that is just like, look at the size of it compared to the craft. So that's not what we're doing. Purple is not a primary colour. Being called out here. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm down. Maybe purple is not a primary colour, but let's have a go. A different texture. If we've got a different texture, I will go for it. 50 ignitions. Do we think 50? I'm going to be able to do it in 50 ignitions. I sure hope so. If I can't do it in 50 ignitions, I am worse at the game than I thought. And don't at me. I know. It's mainly. I'm going to start making excuses for myself here. It's mainly because we're playing a version that I'm not familiar with real scale solar system, or more importantly, realism overhaul. I just do not understand the engines because, you know, as much as I like rocketry, I like today's rocketry. I don't really care what von Braun used as the engine for the. Can I please put this on the middle rocket there? I don't care what von Braun put on the V2 rocket. You know, like that is a historical fact that they got taught that I got taught during the World War II period of secondary school. Don't need it in my computer games, thanks. Let's put that there. Let's put this here. I actually want to. Did you see? Hey, why is it not clipping now? I feel like something went really weirdly wrong there. But when I tried to put this in the center, there was a point where it let me put it. Look, you can see it. There's two nodes there. On the top of the engine, there's a top node and a bottom node. And when I was putting them in the middle, it let me go to the bottom node. But it's not going to let me do it here, which is a shame. So I'm just going to brute force it. Something like that. That looks pretty good, right? I'll pull that in there like that. And we'll just ignore the fact the flame would toast that inner engine. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. No, that's fine. Proceeds to reject our reality and substitute my own. This is a Venus lander. Yeah, kind of like Venera. Yeah. Exactly. Let's try this. We tried to land one last time, and unfortunately the heat shield gave out on me. That's what I'm blaming it on, is the heat shield. It's not my poor planning. No. So this might work. Subject to ullage, so we're going to need to put some more of this. You know what? I'm literally just going to grab this and put the. Hey. Can we put those there like that? Can we procedurally down? Oh, too small. Let's go for a 50 centimeter radius tank, right? I too am unsure of this decision that I'm making, but if anybody would like to make a better one, I am all ears. Tiny boy at the top, it's true, because smaller spacecraft are easier to throw through the vacuum of space than it is the big ones. You need tiny little engines and stuff. Okay, something like that. Now, what I do also want to do. Let's grab it from here, because these, as far as I'm aware, these are the only radial reaction wheels that actually work in the way that you expect them to. All the others, can I scale these up? I can't scale these up. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, no, none of these. Oh, tweak scale. Okay, well, anyway, do I just want to put loads on here? Oh, am I attached to the engine? I think I'm attached to the engine. Something like that. We'll go with that. This is not the best look, but we'll go with it. Thank you. Okay. Staging will be checked on the way. Launch. See what's going on. Mostly play KS RSS, and Venus's atmosphere is so thick your craft slowed down to 15 minutes. So, spoilers. I'm allowed. I'm aware. You know what I'm more surprised about? I'm more surprised about the fact that we, as humans, have used these tiny engines to do anything useful in space. I agree. It's ZTech calling me out there. SAS. We do indeed need to put the SAS there. But before we do that, I just want to click one of these. Earth to Venus. Plot it. We're still in window. We're still in the window, so it's fine. Revert back to the VAB. Interplanetary stage did that. SAS didn't do that. RCS did that. Okay, we do have a list that we're working through here. Fel Magfer pointing out a rather important number down here. Ooh, 2 million funds. To be fair, I have launched 2 million fund rockets in the base game, in, like, you know, Kerbal. It's this guy in here, isn't it? He's the one that's. Oh, can't. It's because I was trying to pick something with the highest heat resistance. Let's have a look at our command pods here. So it's going to be something up in this area, right? So as I was saying, I was looking at this 113k, right? 1133. But it doesn't have attitude control by MechJeb. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have what we're looking for. 588 is not very hot. So roughly take 300 degrees off of the temperature, and you get roughly the one we're looking at. So if I remember, if I'm just pulling some facts out of my head, the surface of Venus is about 500 degrees C. I can't remember whether that's 100% correct or not. I even did a talk about it. But I think that's what I remember. So if we just try and put everything like 500, you know, we take 300 off of 800, we get 500 and something, right? So that should about work out for me. If there's a way of insulating more, that would be good, but I think that's mostly for the inside liquids, right? Now what we need to do is so the tank's the important bit, we know this, so if I pull this away, the tank's not the important bit. Why is the tank not the important bit? Okay, now the tank's the important bit. So if we pull this bit off and we pull these bit off, and all of my science experiments, no, that probably could have done no, we'll take all of these off. And the thermometer, there we go, okay. And then we put this on top. Now this is pretty big. Let's bring that down as well, something like that. I'll bring the vertical scale down a little bit as well. We could check through some other alternatives here. I mean, I'm always a big fan of that one. There's a thin one, cube. I'm not about that. I think that is just what we're gonna go for. Is this one here? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Now, the fact that there's 6 things and I've wanted to have 4 is a little bit awkward. A six-fold symmetry when I've got 4 science experiments is a little awkward. So what I might do is just replace put these 2 batteries here instead. If anybody comes up with a better balanced way of doing it, I would like to know. But as we stand right now, that's what I'm going with. It looks alright for me. I'm just going to collapse that down in a little bit here. Okay, cool. This should now have SAS capabilities, right? Stability, assist, prograde, radial, maneuver, and tracking. Okay, that's good. I think you just add the probe to the previous stage before the probes that's going to go into it. I think you might be right, actually. I wish I'd read that before. But, yeah. No, we're just going to go with this. Now that we're here, we are here. Does that mean I've got another aerial on this side? Do we care about the fact that I've got 2 aerials? No, I think we're good. It's tempting to put a couple of fairings on here, but I'm just not that good a gamer, so we're going to save it and we're going to launch. Antennae, got them. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a list in front of you and managed to skip a step. Zed, are you still surprised at these things? I'm surprised you're surprised. I don't think you have long-range antenna. That's on the other ship. Or rather, this one worked last time. So we'll see. There must be something around Venus that's making it work for me. So we'll go for that. Anyway, who bets that this stage right here has got some dodgy staging going with it? If I pull these up, where are these engines? You are those 4. Okay, well, I'm just going to pull that up there. Is that you as well? Yeah, okay. 12. Okay, these stages are the wrong way round. That's fine. And then finally, we need to separate these 2 out like so. Okay, there we go. I did it. That is possibly cool. I think we've got the Delta V to just like raw dog our way into Venus, so that's not that much of a problem. No, not robotics, thank you. 2 hours. That's not long to wait to get pointed in the right direction, almost directly upwards. Look at the shadow disappear underneath my craft. We're leaving at midday. All right, well here we go. 5, 4. You know what else I didn't do? Wait, where are these from? Am I on the wrong stage? I am on the wrong stage. Okay, this is what I want to look at. I want to separate my liquids and my solids so that I can go 5, 4, 3, fire my liquids up, 3, 2, 1, fire those solids, and then let go. There we go. All right, cool. We're away slowly. I've managed to use SAS this time, so that's good. Staging is not good. Thank you, Zed. I've got it. I just hope I didn't do the wiring looms for it. Yeah, that would be cool. Honestly, I mean, no offense to you guys out there, but I hope nobody in my stream has even touched the engineering on this rocket. I can't handle the engineering on this rocket. I could do the maths. That's no problem. I could give you the full fuel flow. If I could say it, fuel flow rate. There we go. All right, I had to stop and think. Wait, is it me or is the UI giant? This is giant. Just the nav ball so people can see. What is my to weight ratio? It's got to be like 1.1, right? 1.25. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's actually the closest I normally get to like quote unquote ideal conditions. I personally like to have 2. People playing Kerbal say 1.5. The real rocket industry, I don't know, what is the... Does anybody know the to weight on the Delta Heavy? Like fully laden on its way to... I don't know. Picking out a planet of some description. I don't know. I would like to know, though. I would like to know. Your entire space program is called the elevator to space without the elevator. Yeah, that's the one, my friend. No, I made a missile in the early 90s until they got rid of me for 18k damage. Oh, did they actually get rid of you for doing damage? Almost all of the, let's say, high-level engineering jobs that I'm aware of, when people make serious mistakes, and don't get me wrong, we're talking tens, if not thousands, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds, dollars. At that point, you just take your pick, right? Euros of damage. And they're like, well, it's an expensive learning lesson, but they know not to do that again. Right, that's the thing. I'm not turning anywhere near enough. I should have used MechJeb. We could have had a nice, easy gravity turn here. Instead, I'm like, oh, nope, not enough. Quick, slam over sideways. We've got to keep going sideways before we get too high, because the apoapsis will go up, and then we'll be in a ridiculous eccentric orbit. I'm not about that, but we do, of course. I'm actually going to go 45 degrees. I'm glad that the atmosphere is not as thick in far as it is in the Kerbal stock game, because this would rip my rocket apart. I don't know why it works better in RSS, but this would definitely rip my rocket apart in the base game. But we're doing it. I mean, look at that, like 13, 14 degrees. That is a beautiful... I always like taking a moment to look at the Kennedy Space Center. 40%. Thank you very much, Sed. That's probably some of the highest probability chance we've seen in a while. Beautiful sunny day. Beautiful sunny day. I am now going to push prograde. We're just going to carry on falling over as my my vector rocks sideways as well. 9 grand per cable, and I messed up 2. They put me in the nose camera. They're heavy and skinny. Me could have lifted much and dropped one. Never got a price on that. Yeah, fair play. We are 3, 2, 1 stage. Oh, 1 explosion, but I don't think we lost any. Did we lose 2 rockets? We lost 2 rockets. All right, that's okay. We're fine though. We're fine. We got enough. We're taking the Starship approach, where we've got enough rockets on the bottom that it doesn't matter if a couple of them explode. That's fine. Everything is fine. Don't question me. Okay, we're doing good. Let's have a look at our orbital parameters right now. I'm looking over the North Pole. Let's come up from the south instead. I don't know why, but I prefer looking at the orbit in this direction. I think it's got something to do with the base game. You know, when you're looking... When you first load up out of the VAB and you're looking on the launch pad, you are almost always looking north, right? So that's what's going on there. We are at 2.2 kilometers per second. I don't know why I keep making this analogy, but we're going to do it again. If we were playing the base Kerbal game, I would be the vast majority of my way up to orbit right now. But of course, we are in RSS. That means we are around, quote unquote, the real Earth. It's not the real Earth, it's a virtual Earth. I don't know if I need to point that out. And thus I need... Well... So I need to be moving 7.5 kilometers a second by the time I get up there. But of course, I'm too far up. But of course I need like maneuvering and atmospheric drag and all that. So it looks like 10. I'm just saying this, but this thing doesn't look like it get to Venus because of how silly it looks. I mean, that is the great thing about my space program, is everybody underestimates it. We get there. I can tell you this No, I've actually changed it since last week, so I can't tell you for certain this will get. I feel like I've made a big mistake. I think I'm about to get. Oh no! I haven't put any fuel in the tank. Oh, thankfully we got the revert. Oh, I need to cough and stuff now. that was some serious anguish right there. Give us a chance to rectify the staging in the VAB as well, right? That was totally my intention. I was like, we can't let this go out like that, right? That's not the way. You get up there. Well, I feel so bad. You actually belong there. You do not, and then you also. Okay, all right, there we go. If I'd done this, we would have seen way ahead of time that actually. Come down here. Boom, boom. Okay, there we go. That actually this. What can we do here? Refined composite tank. That one sounds good. I'm about it. Okay, 3 but 4. Is this a filler episode? Man, I'm ill. Get off my back. I mean, probably. Though, you say that, Zed. This is about what we do. This is about what we do. Solid rocket boosters. Do we want Sepratrons? Do people want... Wait, there are Sepratrons. What? Sorry, excuse me? And that is just these, right? There's a lot of them, in fact. They're all pointed away. Thrust limiters, no. Oh. Huh. I guess I'm doubling them up. If anybody knows a better way, let me know. But I got that's actually caught me a little off guard. I would. Whoop, hey, whoop, that's not what we want. I was not expecting it like that. No, I don't mean the liquid. No, I meant the liquid fuel ones. Ah, okay, cool. You can make a quick save on the launch pad, and if you mess up, you can load it and recover the craft. I mean, I can also just recover the craft. That's all right. Okay, thanks, Ed. Yeah, that was something that I didn't really think about. Good shout. But now that I'm doing this, I'm like, I don't want to blow up my engines again, because you might remember that when we fired the decoupling here, we managed to blow up my engines, and that was not part of the plan. Whilst we do have enough engines to just carry on and not worry about it, I would prefer it if that wasn't so. All right, liquid, solid. Release. Did we release at the same time as the solid? No, that's good. All right, so Mars 2, let's go. Oh, F5 to make multiple quick saves. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's good. Anyway, hello, Hugh Jojo. How are you doing? Well, welcome. It's good to see you. I mean, when you already launched the rocket and something decides to go wrong, I'm going to try and finish your... Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I should also point out that I'm playing quite a stripped down version of RSS. I've turned off test flight. I've turned off engine failures, stuff like that. I just don't find it fun. If you find that fun, that's great. The algorithm is not happy with you right now. I mean, to be fair, I don't think the algorithm's been very happy with me for a little while. 5, 4, 3, 2... 1. I have to count slower because my game is shuddering. Blast off. I think about now. And we're away. Kerbalism goes. I never really just want to say brr. You know, I feel like makes better noising. I'm actually going to hit ×2 here. Look at my computer cry. We're in red. I mean, I am streaming at the same time, but we're in the reds. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to make it through the first 100 meters per second or so to be able to make my way up to being able to do some staging and stuff like that. So a typical plant. Are you a typical plant as in the type of thing that makes buildings, or are you a typical plant as in the thing that makes photosynthesis and the oxygen that we breathe? What type of typical plant are you? I am very curious. Or if you have another one, I'd also like to hear that. Felmagfa is 1%. I have a question for you. Is that called a raspberry? Oh, that's a raspberry. Not so much a burr. The brrr is yeah, but like anything that goes, that's kind of a raspberry, you know. I don't know. You're just a plant or something. Yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play. I'm down. Just like to make some conversation. We're currently moving to, I don't know, let's say 3/4 the speed of sound right now. Trying to turn pretty savagely in the atmosphere. I do wonder, is this just mud flats over here? Stuff that's been washed up and eroded? Like, what is this? I almost want to call it stratigraphy. It's on the go. I don't know where it is. Stratigraphy is the way that rock layers lie on top of each other. And then we can, like, you know, go down the history. It's what geologists use to read rock layers, right? And I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, you know, is that farmland? Is that ocean stuff? I don't know. More touting out spray than a raspberry. Yeah. I mean, I always think the raspberry involves a lot of tongue, if you will. You know, you got to get your tongue between your lips. The only raspberry sound I hear is me trying to debug your Raspberry Pi 3. You got troubles with your Raspberry Pi, mate? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Wait, we're too far over too quickly. I wanted to see that saying 1,000 before we hit ourselves the 45-degree mark here. So let's see what's going on with our Apple apps. It's very low. Okay, we are having a very, very shallow ascent profile here. I think I'm okay with that. We have a look at what's going on. My Apple Apps is moving into the future away from me. You can see the time till until my arrival is going into the future, which means that it is moving far ahead of me. I'm about that. Let's hit the prograde button and hopefully we'll just continue to fall over until we get to a sideways attitude, shall we say? Maybe. I mean, my attitude goes sideways quite often, but let's try and get ourselves aligned with the horizon. Why? I don't know. Just so when I'm pushing forwards, I know which way it's going. We have lost some thrust. That means it is time. Double the number of separatrons. Let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1, stage. They still just go backwards. Did I lose an engine there? No, it looks like we've got the full cluster still. Okay, so it's a little bit better than it was last time. But yeah, that's interesting. You bought KSP. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? I bought KSP back when it was only available on the Squad website. You know what? That's where I started as well. But never played it since a really old alpha build. Can anyone suggest a good starter guides for flying without mod or mech jeb? I mean, the problem is most of the tutorials are very old. I have a tutorial for how to get to orbit in Kerbal Space Program 2, and it is essentially the same, right? The way to orbit is the same. You push upwards until you get to a certain height, and then you want to go sideways, because I don't know if you can tell, if you just go straight up, you are coming straight back down, right? It is the only way of staying in orbit is to go sideways so fast that the amount you're falling down is the same as the curvature of the planet. That gets a little bit into the weeds there, but you can see that I'm looking sideways to get into orbit. Not like, here's my rocket. Look how much sideways I am. Now for the stock game, this is serious overkill. I'm already going much faster because I am currently around Earth, not Kerbin, or, you know, the fake Earth. I could suggest someone, but it's a bit bad for mentioning another. Yeah, no, go for it. We'll go for it. If you know a good current tutorial series, I'm all about it. Go for it. Pitch must be 45 degrees when 10 kilometers up. Yeah, I mean, like, so the way I do it, because, you know, nobody asked. The way I do it is to point directly upwards until I'm traveling about 100 meters per second. And then I try and look at the 45 degree line. I'm going to just do this now and start my engine back up. I then try and look at the 45 degree line until I'm the majority of my way into orbit, and then I look sideways to just circularize out. I only start the pitch after 3 kilometers or 100 meters per second. Yeah, however you want to do it. There are multiple ways of knowing when to turn. Mike Aben, okay, here's a maths tutorial, and he redid his tutorials a few months ago. Okay, all right. I like that, Wick. I like that. I've never even seen them, so I will probably go and check them out. Use the Kerbal X. Yeah, the Kerbal X is a good craft. I cannot knock the Kerbal X. Me and a good friend of mine, we both used to run a Facebook group for Kerbal, and we would have almost a yearly competition to see how well we could do with the Kerbal X. The gold star was landing on the moon and coming back again. Minmus actually turned out to be easier. But yeah, I can't help but recommend the Kerbal X. All right, it's a good craft. If anybody wants to fight me about that, we'll build some robots in Kerbal and come at me, bruh. We should do that again at some point. I miss Kerbal Wars. We had good times. To everyone who's got either Breaking Ground or Infernal Robotics, build yourself some fighting robots. And if I get enough people saying I've got one, I'll hold a competition again. In the Curb Inside Arena I built ages ago. I found it on my GitHub ages ago, so that's good. Someone landed on Pole and Bop and returned with it. Well, with the Kerbal X. That's cool. Yeah, ZTech is the current champion of Kerbal Wars. Turns out the secret was many wheels. But, I didn't tell you that. Why did I instantly pick up a scalding hot cup of tea and try to drink it? That was a bad idea. Blow the heat away. Blow that heat away. Okay, you might notice that I've got my nose down here. We are trying to get the apoapsis to stay with me. In fact, it's gone past me here, so I might just nose back up. The periapsis is getting there. It's going good. I'm going to hit prograde, actually. I think that's the way to go. Can we pull it down a little bit more? Just pull it down a little bit more. I'm going to get that apoapsis to come to me. Come to me! Oh, it kind of is. Okay, that's good. I want to get this periapsis above the atmosphere. Well, I say above the atmosphere. Above the surface of the planet. Okay, we're just going to hold here and about now. Okay, there we go. Cool. 205, 222. It's pretty good. I like that. That's MechJeb could probably do better. I am at the wrong angle. What is this? The game told me it was good and everything. Well, we're just going to leave at that angle and we will see what we do. Anyway, here is the Venus. The Venus, you heard me. We're going to the Venus. Add maneuver and go. So we've not done this for a while. Let's have a poll of everybody's favourite planet in the solar system. And I do not care about your definition of planet. Be it planet, minor body, dwarf planet, or whatever. I want to hear the real obscure ones. What facts do you have about obscure bodies in the solar system? There's bound to be a few out there. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try and bring this down just a little bit more and see how we do. I'm going to take that as a good leaving thing. My official Kerbals don't have the DLCs. Oh, that's a shame. Dodgy modded version. That Wick, honestly, I just open a server and people who can join are fine to join. I don't care. Like back when it was. Back when it was actually Squad, a small independent developer making a thing, I was like, no, not about that. But now that Take-Two has bought the IP, yeah, do it. I don't care. All right, add a maneuver here. Obviously, we at the Twitchi channel do not officially endorse any sort of piracy. But if you know how, let me know. Okay, we're going to bring this to close to circular. Oh, what are we doing wrong here? Last time we had a nice encounter where we just made it. And now that's not happening. That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's go back to maneuver 1. Let's add some more down, if you will. Okay, and then we go to maneuver 2, and we just see what we can find here. It doesn't look like it's going to do it, does it? Let's bring this back. Like, did you see? Like, let's come here until this. That one and you. What can we do about making these closer? I hate this view sometimes. I really feel like it just doesn't want to play good ball with me. 0.4. Okay, it's moving. Let's bring that round there. Now, this is the closest point that we meet. So hopefully we can actually get a good approach somewhere. Oh, that's more. How is that further away than where it was when it was... Alright, bring this back. I'm going to try and work on this one here. We're gonna radially in and radially out until we find it. It is getting closer, but not in the way I thought it would. We're going to bring it... No, not like that. Bring that this way. Ah, why is it so awkward? What is going on? Why don't we have the good numbers? This was a good number. Not about it. Look at those. Look how close they get there. I don't care if we got to wait another year. I just want it to get close. I'm sure you can feel the frustration here, but we're going to make it work. Somehow. If I just blow kisses at it, it will help, right? Mwah. Pull that back this way. Closest approach there. I was really expecting this not to just work, but to be easier than it currently is. Okay, so that's how much I've missed it by. If we look at this. $78, $79. No, they're getting further apart. So let's try and take it the other way. I'm just getting pretty extreme with the maneuvers we're going to perform here and see what happens. Yeah, that's rubbish. That is rubbish. Okay, let's get rid of that. I missed stuff. Venus, fun fact, scientists thought they discovered a new moon of Venus and it was called Neith, but it turned out it was just a star. That's the thing. Read what happened to KSP 2. Does anyone think the IP will get bought? No, I think Take-Two are just going to sit on it, and anybody who thinks any different doesn't understand business. I've actually made a manned Venus lander. I mean, I have actually made a manned Venus lander, and in a test world, I abandoned... whoa. I abandoned a whole bunch of Kerbals on the surface. Why is Kerbal Constructs keeping open up here? Can you not? Thank you. Ooh. Like that? Is that going to give us anything better? I mean, I somehow think not, but we're going to give it a go. So if the descending node, we want to come up, like so. I've really thought we were lined up better than this. I thought of all things that were going to be a problem. I saw it. Did you see it? I thought of all things that were going to be a problem. This was not going to be it. There it is. Found it. That's a year later. Don't care. We're doing it. We're going. You can't stop me. I mean, actually, honestly, you probably could. Of all people, if you thought we could do better ones, then I was thinking. You managed to see that close, probably. I don't know. So Venus was the first thing I looked at through your cheap telescope. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, like the phases of Venus was one of the serious sort of nails in the coffin for the geocentric model. You know, it was the first thing that we were like, wow, like if that was going to. What do you mean, auto time warp cancelled? Why? We're getting not an alarm clock there. Not an alarm clock here. No. Why have you cancelled my auto time warp? Go. I'm sure there was a reason. The reason was probably very important, and I just didn't understand. But I think I'm right. Are we on the dark side of the planet here? Must be. Let's. Oh, there it comes. Doobie doop boo boo. So who watched? Who watched the Polaris Dawn mission? Besides Earth, I need to say your favourite one is Jupiter. I obviously big fan of Saturn. It's very beautiful. Like you look, but when you're looking through, a fair telescope, you can see Jupiter, and it's like a tiny little blob. Right down the bottom, right? But then you look at Saturn, and it's so much smaller. But then it's got these things that are as big, like the ring. Yeah, it's cool to have a look. Hugh Jojo, I presume, was watching the Polaris Dawn mission. One expensive 15 minutes for him, huh? Was it Jared, whatever his name was? That was cool. I remember seeing Saturn as well. I was amazed by it, and Jupiter with the moon. So Jupiter, like watching Saturn is great, but you've got to watch for a couple of years before you see a full, I'm going to use the word libration, but I'm fairly sure I'm using it wrong, of the rings. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, is this going to work for me? It did. Okay, good. Whereas looking at Jupiter through a telescope, you look at that 5-minute burn time. Are you kidding me? Sorry, 5 minutes? I'm sorry, what? Anyway, looking through Jupiter, you can see... what's the words that I'm looking for? You can see the moons moving around it constantly. Sorry, don't trust these numbers here. These numbers lie because of the way that the Kerbal overhaul changes the engines. So you kind of have to watch these numbers here instead. The fact that we are kicking around this in the way that we are is a little bit weird. How about if I turn my RCS on? Have I not turned my RCS on? Wait, which one's a use? Yeah, you heard my English there. Which one's a use? Okay, is that better? That's better. There we go. We got some RCS firing there. The first planet we landed on wasn't Mars, but Venus. It's true. The USSR landed there multiple times and failed even more. Like almost every step along the way, you know, people are gonna hate me for this. Almost every step along the way, the Soviet Union was doing far, far better in the space race, right? Like, so much better. The only thing that they didn't do was land on the moon first, because they didn't threaten their guys' lives as much. And somehow, that was the deciding blow. I don't know. I mean, it's all a PR game. It was all a PR game, right? So that's our thing. I don't like the way this is moving. Can I turn my gimbal down? Does this affect all of... No, I can't turn my gimbal down. Oh, am I not allowed to turn the gimbaling down whilst we're here? Turns out not. Okay, that's fine. They had a better engineer. Yeah. I mean, they had the same engineer, didn't they? Okay, it's settling down. Where are we right now? Let's have a look at the... are we over the Pacific? We got to be. If we can't see anything else, we got to be over the Pacific, right? Let's have a look. Yeah, there we are. That's America back there. That's good. Let's scroll out here. Have two different space agencies that constantly competing each other for funding. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying theirs was the better space agency, but they got stuff done. 3, 2, 1, boop, something like that. Looks good enough to me. What's my craft doing? Can you hear it? It's making a lot of RCS noise. Is it trying to slow down? Is it not trying to slow down? Is it changing my orbit? That's the real question. Is it changing? Well, let's get a sense of how small my craft is. It really is something, isn't it? Let's turn my RCS off. Let's just let the SAS deal with it. Oh, really is something. All right. Russia's space tech. Let's draw a line between the Soviets and Russia's, just because of the geopolitical situation at the moment. It was so good back. They still use the Soyuz now. It should show how good it is. Yeah, and very few problems with the Soyuz. You know, there's a couple of like sabotage problems or something, but that's not an engineering issue. Yeah, and they also made a bunch of improvements. Yeah, the Soyuz that they're using now is not the same as the Soyuz back then. In the same way, the Delta isn't the same as the Delta back then. You know, like there are a lot of changes have indeed been made. I really need to stop that stream playing back at me in the background. It's my own stream, but it's how far behind do we think it is? It's a lot behind. It is 4 minutes behind. That's a bit rubbish. It's a bit rubbish. Do you think the American launch escape system was way safer than the USR? Well, it's a bit hard to say because none of them really got used. So, like you know the one that got drilled in the side of. Wasn't that a sabotage they decided in the end? There was like a seal that had been drilled into and it made its way up to the station and stuff. Sergei Korolev was in the Gulag, got gassed up by someone, and he ended up working on the space race. Okay. Oh, grassed up. I read that nice. I read that good. Okay. We are trying to slow down right now. I've got a feeling, if we have a look here, the computer's doing it. The computer is doing it, but I think we're good to hit the button. Burning 10 out. No. Node in 135 days. Let's zoom out and have a look. Oh, it's that one over there. Okay. That's good. That's fine. You guys don't see this, do you? No. Got a weird thing on my screen that... Oh, and now it's reset. Okay, that's fine. Let's press that button. We've gone at full speed. I wasn't expecting. I wanted to watch Earth disappear. I thought we were going to speed up gradually, but turns out I'm wrong. We are picking up and losing signal constantly. That's always good. And we are 1 day away from our time warp. Okay, that's cool. We still have the ability. Wait, you want me to start burning now? Huh? This feels wrong. We got stable Yeah, propellant we have, because we've been spinning around in space for so long. No? Yes? We have fuel? What's wrong here? Oh, we're out of liquid. Oh, of course, boil off. Oh, no, did I put... Yes, I did. Okay, we're good. I am going to stage. And away we go. All right, great. We're good. We got this. No problem, no problem. Again, this is like 4 kilometers of delta V that we've got in the tank there, so we don't really have to worry about that. That large unarmed country issue isn't a country, is you're probably talking about rubbish I don't want to talk about, right? Yeah. No, that's not a chat for today, Andrew. That's not what we're about here. You know, we like to talk the technology. That's about it. I do agree with you, but so we'll just leave it at that, because other people will come along who don't agree, and we can then start talking about perspectives and stuff. Yeah, we'll get a bit messy. So we're just gonna fly. We are currently pretty much at Venus's orbit. All right, let's not. Why aren't they touching there? No, you should touch. You should touch. Oh man. Okay. I think I'm just looking in the right direction. So what I might do is cancel this, and we just watch it, get closer and touch. Maybe when we get closer to being done with the orbit. So if the display right now is showing us what happens at the end of my burn. Okay? I don't think I care about what happens, but if we kill that maneuver node, it will then show me as it is right now. So when we get closer to being done, I will indeed... How is it saying we're halfway through, but my orbit's only changed this much? It must feel like there's a problem here. The numbers aren't really changing the way they should be changing. Yeah, maybe. Do you see can for RSS? And if that, yes, use better time warp. We got better time warp. Thank you very much. Look, it's up here. Good idea. Just know I haven't had reason to use it right now. I was just wondering. Because obviously, look, we're seconds away from being done, so I presume we just do this now. We watch this get closer and closer. Where's the number? Where's the number? There. That's the number I want. And go. Looks good. I'll take it. I will see you guys on the other side. Wait, actually, that's Sun, Mercury, Venus. Let's do one of these. Oh, this would be really good for putting a bunch of communication satellites into orbit. I do quite a lot enjoy... Oh no, how many Delta V is this going to be? I'm going sideways. 3. Oh, we got it. That's fine. Woo-wee-woo. How much can we go down with what we've got, though? 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. We've got 3.2 in the tank. I would really like to touch the atmosphere. Yeah, I'm going to burn up. We all know I'm going to burn up. Okay, we'll circularize with what I've got. And then we'll bend what we've got in the tank. To hopefully get myself below Venus's periaps. Yes. I, once again, have not started up my RCS. What, can I have that button back, please? Did you? There, this one. I want to put that down there. Pull that down here. Okay, we will be back in a moment. Do we hit the button? Where's Venus? Can we see Venus? Is it around? Is it over there? Venus, there it is. Say goodbye. And say hello, maybe? I don't know. 600. Wait, how many days are we going around? Is this a 2-year trip? Feels like a 2-year trip. We got boil off to worry about? I hope not. Actually, no, that's why I got these, because they're nice and stable. Okay, it should be. Hello, Venus. All right, we're there. We got it. It's all good. And more than that, we've got some RCS, not RCS, SAS work? You could use the Obeth effect for greatest efficiency. The problem with the Obeth effect is it requires a degree of precision that I'm just this week not bothered with. Next week or the week before, I've been all over it. I've said this a couple of times in the stream. I'll say it again. I'm ill. Not feeling great. I got a tummy bug and all sorts. I'm like, but let's turn the RCS on. Okay, let's turn the RCS on and push forwards. Let's move this over here. Go. I'm looking for this propellant. I'll do that. Come on, let's do it. There we go. Stable. Go. And I'm just gonna burn until we get quite a low periapsis is what I want here. Okay, 50%. You use better English than most of us. Yeah, never worry about the grammar. To be fair, German grammar is... Ooh, hey, wait, whoa, where you go? German grammar isn't a million miles away from English, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I felt like that was a waste of fuel right there. SAS, thank you very much, Hugo. Got it. I'm gonna take a small sip of tea whilst we're here. Do I want to do the... Do I time warp this burn? That's what I'm trying to say. Do I time warp this burn? I don't think so. I think we're fine. Just looking. Oh, I was like, where's Venus gone? But we're just too zoomed out. That's fine. I thought we'd had a glitch there. We're just going to basically burn through this entire fuel source, right? It should then get us close enough with a nice eccentric orbit to be able to at least get somewhere near the atmosphere. And hopefully we can aero brake our way down to a nice one. I don't want to dive too deep. If I remember correctly, does anybody have the RSS wiki open? where does Venus's atmosphere start? I threw inverted commas up there for some reason. Where does Venus's atmosphere start when it comes to that? I don't actually know. I would be like, hey, Venus's atmosphere, but of course that will then give us actual stats about the atmosphere, and the one thing about this is it doesn't model the atmospheres that well. You don't think I'm succeeding? Oh, okay. British, unlimited hot tea, better than 1,000. I think you underestimated. You were saying 100 lives there. I would sacrifice 1,000 lives to make sure I could get enough tea. That's totally not true. But, my country will do that for me. I usually type as a talk, as in I'm north of England and the only thing missing is a cloth cap and a whippet. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. You're going to try and do multiple aero braking to reduce the thermal load. That's what I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm going to try. Is this actually going to make it? Are we going to actually capture? Are the residuals going to be too much? We're definitely coming back a couple of times, even if we don't make it. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to burn it through. Oh, as long as this doesn't get lower than a million meters. Getting close. Oh, it's burning my RCS. Listen. It's burning my RCS. Do we just let this burn through? Let's have a look. How much nitrogen we got on here? Oh, I mean, yeah. Let's make sure we're not... There's no nitrogen up there. Okay, we're just going to burn this through. So I'm going to speed up time by 3 there. I think that's a good way to go through that. Let's pull this tank up here and have a look. Beautiful, beautiful. So we were talking last time about whether you would live in the atmosphere of Venus. So some of you might be aware that it's a very high pressure at the bottom and there's a vacuum at the top, right? So somewhere in between there is one atmosphere of pressure, right? And it just so happens in Venus that is also the point where it's very hot at the bottom and it's very cold at the top, and somewhere in there is a nice 30-degree temperature. So it just happens in Venus that they line up, right? So let's ignore the fact that the clouds are made of acid. Would melt your skin off. If there was a nice quick save, oh man, calling me out there. Let's get a quick save going. If it was not instantly deadly, would you go and live in Venus? Would that be a thing you would do? Okay, I don't believe these need ullage. No, it's just stable propellant. I like that. I like that. So I'm going to turn my engines off. We go to stage. Okay, that slowed me down just a little bit more as well. I'm nowhere near enough. I'm going to do another quick save because who knows what's going to happen over the next couple of minutes. Proper Goldilocks zone. You're getting a hot air balloon out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hydrazine thrusters. What could go wrong? What could go wrong is we don't actually have the fuel for it. I'm a little bit worried, actually. 600. Should we do a little test? 600. Oh, yeah, easy. We're fine. Oh no. Oh wait. No. Oh yeah, no, we're fine. 400. Keep going. Do I get Mech Jeb to perform this maneuver for me so I don't end up in the atmosphere? Anybody else feel like that would be a good idea? Okay, let's bring this up. 120. Is that a good idea? RSS... no, RCS bouncer is not what I want. I want a maneuver planner. No, maneuver editor. Trust the machine. Okay, we will trust the machine. Go. Gonna time warp round. Let's watch it do it. 2, 1, stop. In Mech Jeb we trust. Better than me. I prefer Earth because even at Earth I'm feeling like I'm living under normal pressure. Yeah, it's true. Like, honestly, like, would I move to Mars? Not at the moment. No. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I wouldn't mind a moon colony because 2 days to get back to Earth. 3 days, I suppose. That's okay. I think I could live with a moon colony. I definitely think about living on what's called an O'Neill cylinder. One of those big spinny Coke cans in the sky. In space. I think that would be pretty cool as well. All right, Medjed, please don't crash me into the surface. 148 kilometers. It's not quite the same, but it's good enough. I'll take it. I will take it. Do I want to try and make this better? Should we save it? And then I'm just going to up, down, right? But the ping, it's right? You'd have to, if you're having any... Oh, we're in minus numbers now. Do I get down to the surface and bring it up? I'm not moving anywhere until we get faster light communication. I don't think we're ever going to get it. I got a level with you. Even with quantum entanglement and the cleverness of people and their encoding systems, I don't think we're ever getting there. Okay, so we are too far away to control our periapsis nicely, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring myself down. Wait, which way am I traveling? Let's speed this up a little bit and we'll see which way we're traveling. Okay, we're traveling this way. So I'm going to bring myself to about here and maneuver, pull this up, right? What's the delta V cost there? Ooh, that's a lot. I think I'd like about... Did anybody find out... Hey, Skillful DS1, DTS1, how you doing? I've seen version 1, boom, I hope I do it as well. I never... You are entirely correct. It's just I don't think. Let's have a look at the Delta V stats. 312. Okay, we can do this maneuver. It'll be fine. I'm going to do it. We've got a little bit of breathing room. I think a little bit of breathing room is important in a mission like today. Whoop. Hello. I think it stopped me too late. Okay. Oh, this is bad. What is wrong with the game and its floating point errors right now? Good job I saved it. Oh my gosh. So it skipped past my first alarm clock by 5 days. I say go to maneuver node and it skips me right past and into the atmosphere. We can't trust the machine at the moment. I want to trust the machine, but we can't trust the machine at the moment. Let's go warp to here, see what it does. We'll try that again. Welcome, Skillful DTS1. I already welcomed you, but welcome again. Thank you for wishing me a good mission. Sorry, I blew us up. 148 is there. Do I take 148? Wait, I need to be like KSP RSS Venus Atmo. Height. How to get to Venus? Ba 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 ba. I just want to know. Yeah, I don't think anywhere is it there. Okay, we'll just have to do it by the seat of our pants. Do you think I need to burn down a bit here? Do we slow down a little bit? 148 kilometers up. See that their in-game stats. You. Earth. Oh wait, I've gone past it. Sun, Mercury, Venus. Okay, let's see what stats we got here. 145. We're just above it. Let's just slow down a bit. 137. I really don't think this is going to save me, but here we go. We'll see how thick it is. We'll see how it goes. Thankfully, doesn't matter if we tumble. And I've got some fuel to spare, so if things need to be sorted out, we can figure it out. Okay, we should now be in the atmosphere. I'm very sad that we're on the dark side. Wait. Oh, okay, we'll have to figure that out. Okay, well, where we saved it, we'll try and figure out how we go the other way. But more importantly, are we burning up right now? And is my apoapsis coming down? Oh, look at that. It is ripping down, so that's good. Our periapsis is changing, but not enough for us to worry about. Actually, let's bring these over here. Okay, that's good. How do you focus on a specific craft? So I use tab to get through. But as Wick will tell you, if you press the button just above tab, the weird one on the top left of your keyboard, Wick says tilde, but I think the other one's tilde. But you know that weird one that's got 3 keys that nobody ever uses, that will take you back to your craft. Okay, aero brake should hopefully be for the win, as long as we're not getting too hot. You know, no char at the moment. That's good. That is some good aero braking. How do we pivot our orbit to be on the daytime? Where I'm trying to think where we would have to pin our orbit and twiddle for it to get onto the daytime. I'm not sure that we can. Maybe we'll just go round a few times and hope that that sorts it out. You told me so, at least. Thanks very much, mate. You did indeed. 145. Can we full speed it now? We can full speed it now. We're going to do that a couple of times, and as I say, hopefully we'll end up on the daytime, because we're going to go round. Oh man, look at this. We are actually going to go around a few times. 5 days, 4 days. What's Venus's year? Venus year length. These are things I should know. It's less than a year, obviously, but it's less than 365 days, is what I should say. Orbital speed. That's 35 kilometers. Is not actually that fast. I thought it would be much faster than that. Sidereal rotation. No, that's the day. I just want the year, man. How long is a year? Orbital period. Why isn't orbital period here? There we go. Period. 583 days. Wait, what? But ours is 300. Oh no, it's lower. We're slower. Sorry, my orbital mechanics died in my head there for some reason. Wait, no. What's Sidonic? I know what sidereal is. It's 224 days. So that's the number we actually need. It's like just over half a year. Sidonic. Let me just look up a word quick. This is something I should know. Refers not to the orbital rotation around the planet star, but to other celestial objects, making it not merely different. Okay, so why is it so much longer? I know. I'll look that up and I'll come back to you with words later on. Thanks. Always annoyed me when I played the Kerbal mod. Yeah, no problem. I have to watch the rest of this after it's happened. All right, good work, Andrew. Have a good time. Why don't you use your engines to slow down? I probably will, to be honest. I probably will. Look at Venus's atmosphere thickness charts. Oh, I don't know where that is though. The reason not is because I was trying to land on the not night side, but I don't. I mean, we've already gone from here to here, so I'm guessing that another couple of orbits. Yeah, look how far the sun is moving. A Venus day is roughly the same as a Venus year because it spins in such a weird way. It is true. It is true. Now, how far? Yeah, next one, and we'll be on the daylight side, and then I will be trying very hard to slow down exactly there. Let me put this down here. I feel like the amount of ablative heat shield we've got left might be important at some point. Look at Venus atmosphere. Venus atmospheric chart. Surely it will know what I'm talking about here. Images. Oh, hello. Oh, that's quite the picture. I'm going to show you this. Let me save this image as. We're gonna figure out what this picture means together. Image. Oh, it's my Delta V map. Well, that one. Okay. Is it huge? No, it's the right size. Hey, look at this. So this is what I've just looked up following Failmagfa's advice. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. Let me turn my red square on. Hey, this is the thing that I can talk to you guys with. So look, we got altitude of 100 kilometers on this side. We've got temperature minus 100, minus 45. Oh, look. Temperate zone, middle and lower clouds, 60 degrees, 1 bar atmosphere. Ooh, it's livable there. Again, though, these chemicals, they're pretty bad for you. These ones are all. Is that methane? I think that one's methane. I mean, let's make it bigger. I think that's methane. That. I don't know. This looks like water, but who knows whether that actually is or not. I mean, that one might be water instead. That's definitely oxygen, right? Or is it dihydrogen? I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. Let me turn that off and let me turn that off. That was an interesting thing there that we just found. The Subi 9 o'clock. Really? Have we been going for that long? Subi 8 o'clock for me. Okay, that's fine. Alright, it was good to see you, buddy, and we should hopefully be landed by the time you wake up. I'd be very sad if I wasn't. Just to remind you, you can see that craft ripping around Venus there. There's a Kerbal on board. They have been there for a while. Okay, has my orbit. So obviously my orbit is stationary relative to the background stars. Oh, one more. Wait, can we see anything here? Look at the limb of Venus over there. It's so beautiful. It was one of the things that I'm going to say was disappointing about the Polaris Dawn mission. I understand why, because sun be hot, right? The sun is very hot. But the Polaris Dawn mission, most of the stuff of their EVA was done on the dark side of the Earth, right? We wanted to see the Earth. That's the whole point. We like to see Earth. Though the number of people that were in the chat or whatever being like, where are the stars? This can't be real. I don't see any stars. It's like, do you know how exposure works? Cameras can only pick up certain levels of brightness, right? And if the Dragon spacecraft is lit up really well, you're not going to see the stars because they're not as bright. Anyway, they could have faced the camera, at least not see their bottom. I was paying attention to Jared's bottom. Actually, I think that was nice and inflated, you know. Yeah, I mean, we got to question whether, like, obviously he is just a space tourist, right? He's paying money to go up in space and have a quote unquote good time, right? You know, he paid how many millions for 15 minutes of spacewalk time? But other than that, he was actually there, like, doing some tests and stuff. I'm sure if you watch the footage, you'll know that he was, doing, should we say, subjective tests for the EVA suit that SpaceX have developed. Can you move this way? Can you walk up and down the ladders? Is everything okay? You know, that type of stuff. Does that make him a working astronaut as opposed to, you know, the tourism astronauts that we've seen a lot of recently. Look at that blue. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, what is our current periapsis? 137. And our current apoapsis, I mean, it's coming down as we're looking at it constantly. But I feel like, do we want to try and slow down this orbit, or do we want to try and go down a little more in the clouds? That's a question right there, and I actually don't know. I wish I had a little bit of RCS on board. Oh, I can limit the thrust. Oh, that's nice. 3%. I don't know whether it's going to... Oh. Why aren't they in... Look, none of them are removed from symmetry. Have I got to do this 12 times? Sorry, some bout of gas. I'm going to have to do this 12 times. I mean, thankfully, we've got like a ridiculous orbit to do this in, but... 5, 4, 3. I should probably save it as well. Let's just save it there. 2.5, 3. Oh, there's so much here. I'm going to go through this. Why isn't the symmetry in place? Why isn't the symmetry in place? Hopefully, when we do this, we'll be able to control our thrust at a low enough. I'm even tempted to shut down half the engines. So we're just using... I mean... With 12, we can pick 3 or 4, or, you know, there's a whole bunch of symmetric profiles we can go for here. I may be mistaking him for someone else. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Ooh, look at that line in the... what I assume to be the UV texture for the clouds. Okay, we're going to save it again now that all my engines are sorted out to where I want them. Can we not? I want you. 55 is going to be far too low. Let's start with 100. That's where we blew up last time. Literally the use. Okay, and it's 100 delta V. We could go further back and have more of an effect, but I think that's fine. Let's go. Hey, MechJeb. Yeah. Can you execute that node for me? I'd be very, very grateful if you could. It's going to swing around first. That's cool. And when it's pointed in the right direction, it's then going to use time warp for us. Hey, Cyber Otaku. No, you're just in time for the explosions, actually. You are just in time. Going to time warp up and... it's going to do the thing. Do I know what you're really happy about? Actually, I don't, Zed. There's quite a lot in the world that you could be happy about, but which one it is that you're specifically happy about, I'm not entirely certain. And we have finished tea, so whatever happens, we've got to... I mean, we've had a couple of explosions. Let's not say we've not had explosions, right? The thing that does kind of... We're on the dark side again. Of course, we're on the dark side again. That's where I put my maneuver node. One thing that does kind of get me about the MechJeb maneuver editor is it will go all the way down to the node time rather than the... Oh, it's not even done that. Okay. Oh, it recognized my stats. I probably should have turned them up. Okay, well, no problem. No problem. We'll let this go. You're happy that MRI machines, cool, have a casing so we don't see the machine. Yeah, you know, I've seen a video of that thing spinning around. Woo! Terrifying. Actually terrifying. Because, like, it's a big... it's a positron emitter, right? It throws out things that are magnetically charged, particles that are magnetically charged, which interact with the electrons in your soft tissues, and then they have to pick that up on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's Russian for hello, mum. Okay, cool. Just quit the game. And that's what is on the wreck ship. Okay, that's cool. I did not. Oh, hello, mun, not mum. Just to prove I'm better than Twitchy. Yeah, cool. I played XCOM 2, Long War of the Chosen. I am aware of Long War, and no, I'm never. Like, I get why it exists. I 100% get why it exists. There are plenty of people out there that say the XCOM 2 campaign is too short, and I could believe that the XCOM campaign is too short. Right? I get that. Yeah, cool. But it's not for me, man. It's not for me. It's just too much. I want to pro grade. But like, well done. Like, actually, seriously, too much for me. Too much for me. How many times have you wiped out your squad? That's a real question. I mean, are you truly playing XCOM if you haven't had an entire squad wipe? That's why you always have backups. That's why you always have backups. Okay, so we're at 136, 135. I literally have no idea. Wait. Here's a thermometer. Let's display 190k. That's kind of cold. And over here, the accelerometer. If I could have a look and see. Oh, look at that. We're at 0.2 Gs of a deceleration there. That's nice. We've got ourselves the pressure map barometer. Minimal. We're not in vacuum, we're in minimal though. That's pretty good. And then over here, the gravioli, 8.55 meters per second squared. Oh, that's getting hot. This is getting really hot. Is 100 too low? Is 100 too low? Oh, I hope not. Let's have a look at our apoapsis over here. 160. Okay, let's look at. All right. I'm worried that this is just going to explode from overheating. Have we lost everything? Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, so 100 is too low. Thankfully, we've got a quick save. 140 was pretty good. So let's try 120. Yeah, 120. Let's try that. Yay, explosions. I also love XCOM. Don't get me wrong. I am a big fan of XCOM. I wish I had the time to do it properly. Add maneuver. I want both. 128. 120. Should we try that? I'm going to turn up opposite pairs here to 50%. And if need be, we'll use that to properly stop ourselves if we can. The problem, of course, is the fact that we do not have all of the Delta V. So we're currently moving at 10 kilometers per second. I've only got 300 in the tank. So we can't actually come to a complete stop. Venus does kick butt. It's true. That's what we're here for, though. It's what we're here for. We had a vote in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, please feel free to come along. I've got a link in the description, and we've got a role for people that want to know when the streams are going on. But anyway, we had a vote, and we were like, we're going to go see the moons of Jupiter, or we're going to go to Venus, and people overwhelmingly went for Venus. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Oh, we're on the dark side again. Okay, cool. Here's my fun fact for Venus. You might remember a little while ago there was a detection of phosphine on Venus, which may or may not have actually been silicon dioxide. There's questions have been asked about that particular study. But the PI, the primary investigator for that, was my lecturer for stars and planets, how stars and planets form. So that was cool. If I ever actually had any serious questions about Venus, she's the person I go and talk to. Same way, like, did you know Venus doesn't have tectonic plates? One of the reasons that we've got volcanoes and wonders on this planet is the fact that we've got like these bits of crust that go under and over each other, and like the water, the ocean stuff is different from the continental stuff, and all of this. We just wanted him to suffer. Yeah, maybe. But Venus doesn't have that. So it just has this huge slab that about once every, I can't remember the exact number, but let's just make up 500,000 years. Big citation needed on that time. I'll have to go and check it out. But once every so often, the whole crust just melts. The whole thing, lava planet. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, again, a little bit contention in actually that story, and things need to be confirmed with a lander, and of course trying to land on Venus has some issues. But from what we can tell from orbit, from the radar and the spectrometry and stuff like that, that's what we got going down. which is cool, if you ask me. That's really cool. Okay, so we are at 138. Let's keep an eye on this. So it was 100 kilometers set us to explosions last time. Hopefully 120 is going to be fine. Looking at my apoapsis, we are still dropping speed, so that's good. That's very good. It's actually going up in speed here, but we're accelerating because we're dropping towards the lowest point. You know, like you throw a stone in the air, when it comes back down, it's going faster and faster and faster, right? We can imagine if it didn't hit the floor, it went under the floor and come back up the other side, there'd be a point where it stopped going faster and started slowing down, right? And that's the periapsis, the lowest point. I don't know what it's called around Venus, the perivenereal or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Because like around Earth it's perigee, and around the Sun it's perihelios, and around Jupiter it's perijove. So like I know, it's red, but we're doing okay. 120. It is the. I think we hit our ideal height here. I think we might have hit our ideal height here. Yeah, so I don't know what it is around Venus. I don't know what it is around Mars. Because like what is the Greek for Mars? Does anybody know? I don't know. I really don't know. Because isn't Mars the Roman one? Mars god. Let's have a look. Yeah, ancient Rome. So Mars, but Greek. Oh, it doesn't tell us. That's unfortunate. Surely Egypt, Burma, Ethiopia. I mean, it's good, but it's not quite what we're after. Norse Germanic, Greco-Roman. Here we go. Oh, there's a lot. Who knows? Possibly Diamos. Oh, that'll explain it, right? Like Hera, could be Eris. Eris is a different planet. I know it's probably not Eris. Yeah, who knows? If anybody does know, let me know. I don't know. Okay, how we do? We are 140. How did we do with our little loop round there? Oh, not enough. Not enough. Okay, how about we go at periapsis. We slow down as much as we can. And that's just oh no, I can't turn around in the atmosphere. That's a terrible idea. Who came up? Oh, a control lock. No, I'm not control locked. How dare you? Oh, this is gonna really take time. Am I gonna end up back on the dark side? Is 120 really as low as we go? Is that it? I cannot do any lower. I think that might actually be true. Thankfully, we are losing literal millions of meters every time we pass through. I don't know how low we're going to get here. We're going at this speed. Yeah, no, this should be fine. We've gone from 222 million meters to less than 190. So this should hopefully give us what we want. It's just, as with everything in space travel, it might take a little bit longer than we want it to. That's fine. That's fine. Like I say, that is unfortunately the curse for space travel. Well, what's the current mission? Is it Bepi Colombo? The one that's going to Mercury anyway. They've had a similar situation where one of their hydrazine thrusters is not working quite as well as they would have expected it to, or something. Like something is wrong with the propulsion system. And so to save the mission, they've just had to go round and do a couple more gravity assists, which means the mission is going to be another 3 years away when it should have been another 6 months away. But you know what? That's fine. That's space travel. Can you imagine these people whose entire PhD is based on this? They now need to wait even longer before they get their PhD. I can't imagine that, right? Like at some point in the future. In fact, this time next year, I'm probably going to be starting my PhD. So I need to. Oh, that's a scary thought, isn't it? So I'm going to have to make decisions like that. You know, what mission am I now? I'm an astrophysicist, not a planetary scientist, so I'm going to be looking deeper. I'm going to be looking at neutron stars and stuff like that. So thankfully, I'm only waiting for good telescopes, and most of the good telescopes are actually being built on the ground at the moment. Don't get me wrong, James Webb is a great telescope, but there's only so much time available on the James Webb Space Telescope, and there are... the ground-based ones are much better. Well, much better for allocation, because nobody wants to use them. Everyone wants to use the space telescopes, and I get it. I sure want to use the space telescopes because they're like the deepest, the most faint, the picking up things that we've never seen before, and that's great. But there's also things we have seen before that we just don't know about. So do you guys know about solar noon? Or stellar noon, I suppose, is what it's actually called. So you can do rough calculations based on what we see around us. We look in the Milky Way and we see that it makes roughly one or maybe between 1 and 3 star-sized objects a year. Sun-sized objects a year. We base everything on the size of the sun because we can weigh it easy like that. I'm not getting into details, but we can weigh it easy like that. We look in Andromeda, it's about the same. But then if you total up the number of stars that we can see, all the bright light and stuff like that, we're like, whoa. At 1 or 3 solar masses a year, there has not been enough time in the universe to have made all the stars that we see. There's just not been enough time. So at some point, the number of stars that were being made had to have been much larger, like a lot larger as well. It's one of these situations where it's not just 1 or 2; it is like a lot more, hundreds, thousands times more. Just so happens that was 10 billion years ago. It's only a redshift of 2. It's the weird thing about redshift is like the low numbers mean a big gap in time, but when you get between 10, 11, 12, 13, we're only talking a couple of million years. It's crazy. I'll get into that at some other point anyway. But there's a whole bunch of stuff going on during that time of ridiculous star formation that we just don't really know about. All right, there are entire galaxies out there shrouded in dust, so much dust around them that the normal light that we see, the actual normal light, the visible light, that's the important part that we see, doesn't get out, but a whole bunch of infrared does. So when the Herschel Space Telescope went up, which was like before the James Webb, we pointed this thing out into the universe, and we're like, whoa, look at all these things that we don't know anything about. Now, it happens that some of the people that I know, that's their specialist subject, right? That is what they dive into a lot. And there's loads of stuff that we just don't know. So, there are ripe fields of study that don't need the most cutting edge of stuff. And you just need to go over the stuff that was looked at, 10, 20 years ago, and it's still relevant, if you will. The universe also has too much gravity. Indeed, yes. There's nothing else to say other than that. However, we can argue about what causes it. We can argue about whether it's a particle or the maths is wrong or whatever. Whatever it is, the universe has too much gravity. But then if we look on the largest of large scales, it doesn't have enough and is pushing back against itself. There's this whole thing, it's the whole dark matter versus dark energy thing. Dark matter, we look around at the things moving in the universe and we go, that is not moving fast enough, there must be more gravity. But dark energy, we look at the universe itself and we're like, that is expanding too fast. Did you just call the universe fat? Yeah, rotund, I might go with. Carrying some excess bulk. I think that might be the one we go with. Excuse me. Well, I mean, no, I'm not calling the universe. I'm calling the universe actually too skinny. I'm calling the galaxies too fat. Yeah. Let's get specific here. Remember, if you see 5 black holes on screen, check for grit on the monitor. That's it. That's cool. How's this one doing? We're still at millions of meters up. I was kind of expecting this to drop a little bit faster given how quickly it was dropping last time. I do wonder whether we can drop our periapsis down to 110 and not die. Maybe we'll save this when we get out the other side and try that. I would like to see if we can do this faster without dying. It's that second bit that's probably going to be difficult. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Okay, 140. I should now be able to speed up properly. Nope. 145. 145 it turns out. Okay, and then now we know. Add a maneuver. Show me the numbers. Show me the numbers. And we'll do it relatively close to the atmosphere, so that we have a big effect on the other side. Like, yeah, look how much I just dropped that orbit down. Because that's also one of the important things, is that we affect both sides of our orbit. Okay, once again, I'm not good enough for this. Maneuver node editor. Go make Jeb go. You see, the thing about space is it's black, and the thing about black holes is it's back. Yeah, exactly. Though, I mean, a black hole is black, but the accretion disk is not. But also, it lets off a bunch of I'm sure you've heard of Hawking radiation. Hawking radiation is so low in temperature that the microwave background radiation overwhelms it, and we never see it, right? We will never see it. But at some point in the future, the universe will be cold enough that the black hole will look hot. That will be an interesting day. Or the black holes will have shrunk enough. Look at that Terminator there. That is beautiful. Beautiful. All about the Terminators. Are we there? Is it going to do its maneuver? Would like it to, ideally. I don't know when it's set up for it. There we go. It just suddenly happens. I'm like, whoa. And the thing with all of this is, obviously, we feel like the maths and the observations and everything that we've done to arrive at these conclusions are pretty solid, right? We know what happens if you throw a ball in the air, or a planet goes around a sun, or something's moving around a galaxy, right? We do this maths all the time. We think we're fairly solid on it. We've got reasons to believe that, right? But we also have reasons to believe that the things we see through the telescope are very true as well. So, you know, we've got something has to give there, right? One of these two things has to be wrong. Almost definitely the maths and our understanding. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I mean, really, we do know nothing. We're just guessing. We see a thing and we go, that looks good. Can we explain it? And then we try and explain it. And then if we could back it up with reason, maths. Like the reason we like to use the maths is because we like almost all the studying that has come beforehand has some pretty serious mathematical like basis behind it, right? You know, there's the maths is just a way of explaining the system that we see, right? Like, it's not like the maths is the thing. The maths is the explanation of the thing. You know, we can use words. I'm doing something about Kepler's third law at the moment. And it's like the square of the orbital period is the ratio between the square and the orbital period, and the cube of the semi-major axis is a constant. Like that is words, right? But if I just write down t squared squiggly a cubed, right? People who know how to read that can look at it and go, oh yeah, great. That's too hot. That's too hot. That's too hot. We gotta die. We're gonna die. Oh no, I'm going back up, so maybe we're not gonna die. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. We're not dying. We're not dying. I'm not sure if I saved it. The problem is we haven't figured out 2 + 2 is most of the time 4, but not always. So my personal belief in where we're going wrong. We are about to get way into the weeds here. I think our concept of integers is just an absolute rubbish. Like, can you point to one of anything? You point to one of something, I'll actually show you a collection of stuff. You know, you're like one car, and I'm like, no, it's a bunch of iron atoms. You know, you point to an iron atom, I'm like, no, it's electron and protons. You point to the electron, I'm like, well, actually, it's a bunch of properties. Yeah, there is no such thing as one. Did I rant about that last week? Sorry. It's my current thing at the moment. we'll see who. Like, I'm crazy. We know this. There's no way I'm right. We've had the whole of humanity working on this before me, and I ain't gonna come along in the year 2024, 5, wherever we are, and be like, I've solved it all, guys. We got it. The plank length. Is that an observational limit? Is that a maths limit? Because like the plank length is a problem in the current mathematical formulation that we've got. It was integers last week. Okay, yeah. That could well be. Okay, 145. Here we go. I'm surprised that one didn't make it all the way around. I'm a little bit worried about what we've got here, and we're just going to explode again, and I'm going to be very sad. Oh, I need to sort my US tax forms out. Well, thank you, YouTube. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. 109. Is this too deep? Are we too deep in the atmosphere? 109. I feel like we might be, but we're just gonna have to play it out and see how it goes. Can we ride this all the way down? I sure hope so. I have landed with stuff. I don't understand why this is so much more difficult than my test world. It always seems to be the way that I go and test stuff in what I'm going to call a creative world, right? I've got a super sandbox where I really do just mess around with stuff, right? You know, I didn't even none of this 120, 110 business. I was like, we're on an intercept and I'm going down straight away. It did fine. It did thing. Getting more burnt than doing it. Girlfriend is asking questions like, how old is Twitchy? Oh, take a guess, mate. I always like that question. I'm old, you know. Can I say I'm old? I'm not. I'm middle aged. 40-ish. Wick's got it. I am. Am I just 41 or am I 42 now?
41.
I am just 41. I'm 42 in February, so we're all good. Hey, Super Gary Gamer, how's it going? Wait, I saw your mission. What was the mission you were posting? And I was like, yeah. Oh, it was your Astroneer thing. That was great. I loved that. That was good work. You're the resident Olga. You are indeed. I do have someone else that shows up occasionally, who may or may not be old. I don't know how old Flemmy actually is, or where you two are in relation to each other. But he doesn't show up much to my streams. But if you're watching, hey Flemmy, how's it going? Okay. How is this still not going down? Sad times. I think when we jump out the other side, and a maneuver here, we're going to slow this down. I'm going to hold this here. We're going to slow this down a bit. 123. Oh, wait. It doesn't like where I'm at. Am I still in the atmosphere? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, we are still decelerating. This one. It goes to 3 decimal places. Am I complaining that I've not burned up yet? Kind of. I've been trying out RSS RO the past few days. Might get your first satellite up today. Good luck. Here's the thing. I'm old enough that you was around when Apollo 17 was walking about. Okay, fair. I have no idea if Fleming was old enough for that one. Okay, I want to add a maneuver. We want to slow this down. 123 supposedly is the number that we're aiming for. I'm just going to bring this up and down until we get something that looks like it will not kill me. Is that fine? 200? That might be too much. Delta V. 109. All right, we need to bring this down. This is going to take a little bit of finessing. Is that still too much? What did I say? It was 109. So if we put 80 into down, and then we put maybe 20 into up. Okay, if I perform that maneuver, we've saved that much time. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to do it. Maneuver node, go. And that's it. That's the maximum we've got. And now I'm just going to have to hit time accelerate until we get there. And I'm just going to hit that hard. I've got to be honest though. I'm looking at the amount of ablative heat shield we've got left. I ain't sure. People ask me what I'm going to do when I turn 40. I like the idea of doing nothing, but my goal for free time lately is do nothing. I mean, it's not that big a change to what you were beforehand. To be fair, people are always like, "What's it like being 40?" Same as being 20, pretty much. I just hurt a little bit more about stuff, you know. I can't run up a stair. I can't run upstairs as fast as I used to. You gonna do this, mate, Jeb? You gonna do this? Maximum burn, because it's literally all we can do. I like the fact that my periapsis is going up, but not too much. It's going up a little bit, because we don't want to burn up too much in the atmosphere. And if this fails, I've literally got one more thing to do. I'm running up the stairs. Are you kidding? My legs will fall off. Yeah. Like I spent all of last year living on the 6th floor. Running down the stairs was fine. Running up them was not. Could I make it past floor 4 without being like, right? I'm just gonna walk now. The fact that I was even trying, much more than most. Just looking at some numbers here, seeing how we doing. Seeing how we be doing. Drinking some drink. I don't like these numbers, man. I do not like these numbers. Not more that we can do than that, though. Only decelerating by 0.1 of a G. That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. If the gently approach doesn't work, we'll try one. Like just trying to dive down. We know we can't. We know we can't. We did one just trying to dive down. It didn't work. Dang it. Not sure what else we could do. There's not even any Kraken drive to take into account here. Okay, if this doesn't work, we're cheating. We've all been here far too long now. No, I'll just give myself some nice infinite propellant. We'll slow down like here. Notice it doesn't really start dropping off until we're down to like 110 or 120 or so. Okay, now we're just hot. If you get my meaning. Yeah, now we are just hot. I wish, like, there used to be a little gauge that filled up. I think I personally turned that off, and I can't remember how I did so. I'd like to turn it back on so I can see how hot we're actually getting. I've got a little bit of fuel to be able to keep myself above the burn-up zone. Can we get up to 140-something kilometers, please? Not even going to think about it at 50. Yeah. I'm hoping that my attitude right now, where I'm like, yeah, I'm still going to give it a go, means that at 50, I could if I had to. You know? Not that I want to. I could if I had to. How have we ended up with... Like, what? Sorry. Why is there double the charred ablator amount here than the amount of ablator we could possibly put on? Is there something here that I missed? Was that something I should have been aware of? I think there may have been a thing there that I wish I had taken note of. Once again, look at our apoapsis. I'm a little bit scared to watch this screen too much, because at some point we're going to blow up. And I'd rather be watching this blow up. I don't like the camera angle. There we go. I'd rather be watching this blow up, maybe that way, then, ooh, what are you, Jupiter? Then watch my numbers go down when we can watch them over here, right? I don't know, maybe you have a different idea than me. That's what I'd like to see. Maybe we're also going to speed up the physics warp at some point. I'm looking at a better time warp here, seeing if I could make this go just a little bit faster. The problem is, by speeding up the maths, there's a lot of rounding that happens, and sometimes they round up, and that could be the point where I blow up. I mean, who knows? Who knows? We're already traveling at 4 times the speed, so. Look at this tiny amount of number dropping here. This one's going much faster down. I'm a little bit worried about that, because this is the one that says when we explode. So we'll see how we goes. See how we goes. We're down to 8.3 million meters on an apoapsis. So that's going well. Oh, we are bright red on the heat shield there. Let's see how we're doing. Because the thing is, the moment this explodes, I mean, not quite the moment, but pretty soon after this exploding, the rest of my ship will explode. Which is what I'm worried about right now. It's probably how we're finishing. I wish I had a big umbrella. You know, huge umbrella. That would help. If we had the ability to drop stuff out the back, you know, almost solar sail style. Yeah, and have like 3 or 4 of them that come out, big drag shield, explode, but they've done their job, so that's fine. And then I'll do it again and again and again. I think that would probably be the better way of doing it. And if that's how we have to end up doing it, then that's how we're going to do it next time. 130. Just got to wait for 145 again, unfortunately. The problem with the upper reaches of the atmosphere is they just don't slow you down as much as you'd like them to, right? I have Fill You Wick just there, and you have to agree. I didn't realise but I say I didn't realise. I know my audience actually skews in 2 directions, right? You know, we got the relatively old, and then the 20, university students. 20-year-olds and up to I'm going to say up to 25 or so. I don't think we're going to see any 30-year-olds here. If you are, raise your hand. Let me say hi. That would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, 4 million meters. Well, thank you very much, Skillful DTS1. Guys, hit that like for our man here. Thank you very much. We've been dealing with the atmosphere of Venus for a while, so I would totally appreciate it. Very much so. Thank you so much for that. More like an ATST Scout Walker. I'm playing. If you might not be aware that right now I'm playing through Jedi Survivor. Fallen Order was the previous game, and I keep getting the ATST the wrong way around. I keep calling it the STAT, and it hurts so much in my soul every time I hear it in the edit that I got it wrong. You think the Internet Archive is going away? What makes you say that? What makes you say that? I was literally on the Internet Archive the other day. Do like to, occasionally there's things I need to check out. Occasionally. 108 periapsis. Oh, look, we're nearly circular. Nearly circular. Where's my current? It doesn't actually tell me my current altitude here on this screen. I've got to come back and see it there. They're in some legal trouble with publishers. Okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it kind of is, but most people just let them to it, right? Like, because they understand that archival processes are important. Now, a lot of copyright laws actually have archival clauses included, but that just means that the company that's chasing it has to pick their jurisdiction. That's the word I'm thinking. Yeah, that's some thought. Girlfriend asked what is the best thing about her, and she laughed really hard when I said boobies. To be fair, my girlfriend knows that as well. You should ask her why she's with me as well. Anyway, we're going to move away from that conversation. 1 million meters on the Apple axis. I think this might be it. This might be the one. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit here. We are still quite high up in the atmosphere. I'm very sad that we don't have the ablator left over. This is probably going to mean that even though we will jump out, I'm not going to make a prediction. Any prediction I make here is going to be pessimistic. I've got to be honest with you. So I'd rather not. If we do actually manage to come back out of the atmosphere, I might consider. Yeah, Super Gary Gamer, I do hear what you're saying. I don't know whether this. I don't think this is going to survive re-entry, honestly. Let alone Venus itself. I think next time I might just start us in orbit with my next craft that I'm going to try. That might be the way that we do this. I think what I need to do is set up 4 or 5 different types of lander, and we'll just try them all. Whether through I thought we were on the other. Wait, what? Why am I back on the dark side? Huh? Okay, our orbit has got so circular, big inverted commas, that it's up. It's alright, Zed. He's old manning you. Don't worry about it. He's like, dang kids and their TikToks. Damn gravity. So gravity is bad. Gravity is bad, but I think right now what's actually killing us is the atmosphere. Definitely going to be some troubles here. I mean, do I want to point up and burn right now? Is that a thing we can do? Like, my periapsis is down there. Because it would trade some of our sideways velocity for some extra altitude and help us not die so quick. You know what? Oh no, radio out. Let's do it. It's quick. I haven't got much fuel, so we're just going to like burn off what we got. Oh, my periapsis there. It's not going to come up to 120, I'll tell you that much. Okay, and then we go not retrograde, prograde. Quick, get the heat shield back in the way. Okay, we're good now. We're good. All right, that's the best we can do. That's the best we can do. If your ex asked you, your answer would be her absence. Ooh, mate. Okay, where are we now? We are periapsis of 108, 107. Apoapsis of 700, but dropping so fast. Faster than the periapsis is really dropping. My heat shield is starting to get red hot. And it's got no ablator to deal with it, so it is just going to get hot and explode. At which point I really need to turn around, but whether I'm going to have the time to be able to do that, that's anybody's guess. It's not gone bright red hot yet, so that's... Oh, the camera's changed! Oh, this is not a drill. We are coming in for a landing, whether it's an explosive landing... Well, a re-entry to... okay, we're doing okay. We're double time right now. Double time. We are cruising through the atmosphere. 106 kilometers up in the air, moving roughly 7 kilometers a second. Think about anywhere you know that's 7 kilometers away, and we're doing that every second. What is 7 kilometers in miles? Like 3.5 miles, something like that. Let me just ask my phone. 7 kilometers in miles. 4.3. That's about right. Venus or bust is indeed the theme right now. We're still not dead, which wait a moment. I think we've got about 5 seconds to go because here comes the plasma of re-entry. Moving at 6.5 kilometers per second. Like I say, we've got no heat shield left. Let's get rid of that. I'm not hearing the that normally occurs with this sort of re-entry, but it looks like it's going okay mostly. 6.3 kilometers per second, 6.2. We are losing speed almost as quick as quicker than we are losing altitude right here. We are dropping about, I'm going to guess, 100 meters per second. Oh, look, it tells me right here, 100 meters per second every second. We're moving 100 meters every second. That's right. Our acceleration is not changing all that much, but we are losing speed. I don't know, I would say 100 meters per second every couple of seconds. So yeah, no, we're not quite losing speed faster than altitude, but we are definitely losing both pretty quick. 5. I think we might. No, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I think we might make it. The bated breath. I'm literally just like, A neat trick is the ratio of a mile to a kilometer is close to the golden ratio, so consecutive numbers in the Fibonacci sequence can be used to approximate miles to kilometer. Super Gary Gamer, wow. I just go about 2.5. It is not hard if I'm going from pounds to kilos, it's about 2.5. Well, it's 2.2, but about 2.5 pounds to a kilo. And if I'm going from kilometers to miles, it's about 2.5. Wait. We have stopped being hot. We are nosediving. We are changing our orientation. I want to radio out. Thank you. Okay, we have snapped round. I'm speeding up time because this is going to take some time. Do I jettison the heat shield? What are we saying? I'll wait to see what people say about that. Because at the moment, I don't know whether it's acting more like an umbrella or as extra mass. Yeah, I don't know. Can we radial down? No, we can't radial down. That is a shame. It's gonna keep trying until it runs out of power. So I'll let it do that. No, yes, it's heavy. Well, conflicting information there. Conflicting information. We'll see. 50 kilometers, 58. It will add like an umbrella. Yes. All right, let's get rid of it. Jettison. Boom, and it's gone. Managed to turn me face down. Oh no, and we're around. Okay, we're going sideways. I'll accept that. Is that a mountain or? Oh, can you hear it? That's an atmosphere. That's an atmosphere. Let's go back down to regular speed. Oh no, my solar panels. No, my solar panels. Please no. It's hot. It's so hot. It's so hot. Look at them. They are warm. Can we? I really would like to nose down so that we can, torpedo our way through the atmosphere. The fact that we are just sideways does feel me. Wait a minute. Can we? I kind of disagree with the fact that I can't pause the game. Maybe this was the thing that Kerbal 2 did better. Pressure mat like that. Oh is my have we got that one already? Yeah. Whoo! We are already 3. Well, we're about normal temperature. What's the word I'm looking for? About freezing right now. Can I put you there and there? It's 273, I think, something like that. It's 0 degrees centigrade. So we are 30 degrees, something like that, 20, 30 degrees Celsius. So that's good. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm sorry. It's whatever you consider a comfortable temperature. So I think that's like 40, something like that. High energy survive time for sulfur. That's just it. We're going to drop through some sulfuric acid. We're moving at 70 meters per second, and we've got like 40 kilometers to drop. This might take some time. Watching those temperatures climb. Maybe we should have brought a radiator. I don't know whether a radiator would work in this situation. My parachute is getting very hot. It's getting very hot indeed. We are now 30 Oh, there goes the solar panels. 30 kilometers above. We're speeding up. Oh, we're going fast. We're nosediving. Sorry, what? I didn't think this was possible. Let's just do that. I didn't think Ow! Keep an eye on these numbers here. We are exploding. This is the science we wanted. 26 kilometers above the surface of the planet right now. I don't even know what's exploding. Does anybody know? Things are getting hot. I was kind of hoping the engines would take some of this brunt. 147 meters per second. We are going fast. I didn't think about this. I didn't think this was going to happen. Press F3 to find out. Okay. Radial reaction wheels. I have no control. We are out of control. That's what was exploding. My ability to control myself. Okay, yeah, look at that. All right, that's fine. Not my ability to control myself. That went ages ago. But my rocket's ability to control itself. Look at that. 1.6 1,600 kilopascals. I believe 1,000 is 1 bar. So we. 1 bar in kilopascals. Let's ask the phone.
1 bar is equal to 100.
100. So we are already 200 times atmospheric pressure right now. I don't even know what the temperature at the bottom, not the temperature, the pressure at the bottom of the Marianas Trench is. Should we find out? Pressure at the bottom of the Challenger Deep.
16,000 pounds per square inch. According to
God, no, none of these numbers help me. 16,000 pounds per square inch. No. The 14 is. So if 14 is 1 bar, so it's about 1,000 down the bottom there. So we're already higher than the pressure of the Challenger Deep. Let's hope the parachute. Oh, we should probably pop the parachute. It's never going to work. Yeah, no, it wasn't going to work. It's too hot. It's too hot. I'm still surprised we're actually getting down here. 3,000 kilopascals. That is crazy. Can someone tell me the mods in his game version? We're currently playing RSS in Kerbal version 1.12 point whatever the most common version is, the most up-to-date version is right now. We're currently on Venus. So welcome. I installed RSS through real scale solar system through CCAN. CCAN is a mod loader. It's great. I love it. The temperature current. Ooh, there goes the actual base of my parachute. The science experiment. No, batteries are exploding. Batteries are gone. We've lost the batteries. They are out of here. 70 meters per second. That's quite some speed. That is quite some speed. My engines are halfway through that overheat. I'm really surprised. Really surprised we got these cones here. Does that means I'm going supersonic? I've lost the power. So eventually the science is going to die. Well, welcome to the curse of every Venus mission ever, and I mean this in real life as well. I do believe that the Russians only managed to get how many landed on the surface? I should know this by now. The Russians only managed, let's say, 5 that landed on the surface. I think that might be an overestimate. It might not be entirely accurate, but that's good. With BlackRack, no. I'm not about that paid mod life. I mean, I get it. He puts a load of work in, and I fully support people who do want to pay it for his mods. But I've currently got 140 mods installed at $5 each. That's a lot. 500 and no, that's wait. Yeah, let's have a look. 140. That's a 700 quid just to install my mods. So that's good. Every single mission that is named was a success. I still don't know. That don't help. Yeah, no black rack here. This is just standard Eve. Environmental visual enhancements with, I don't know. Let me open my CCAN in the background here. Can I even get to the certain? All right, I can't get to CCAN right now. I'm sorry, I can't see my mods. Oh, my fuel tank is glowing red hot. Oh, we might be in trouble. I don't know the top temperature. We are at 360. It's 260. Wait, hang on. Let me do this. 0 degrees centigrade in Kelvin.
0 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, 273.
73.15 Kelvin.
So we are over 100 degrees. Well, no, we're just about to approach 100 degrees right now. Boiling point of water, if you didn't know. That's like 90C. Thank you, Super Gary Gamer. Brilliant. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Equals cold. Hey, Forrest, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. We are currently traveling. Like I say, I believe this means we're traveling supersonic for the pressure that we're at. We did work out that the Challenger Deep had a baryonic pressure of, wait, what was it? It was 1460, 70, it was 1,000, right? So, explosions are happening. Then my engine's overheating, that's fine. Are we going to touch down? Wait, are we actually going to touch down? 200 meters, 100 meters. We're going to explode because we're going far too fast, but oh my gosh. And boom! No, wait, my computer wants to think about it. I'm calling that a success. Did anybody think I was going to hit the surface of Venus? I sure didn't. And I think with that, I will say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure. I'm calling this a success. So I'm going to put a new poll in the Discord. If you want to join in and decide where we're going next, I don't know, make some suggestions. I'll put a poll down. We'll all talk about it and we'll have a good time. What about your odds? I heard 40, and about 40% of my craft hit the floor. So I'm calling you good, mate. I think that's very good. You was here for 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry, but you know, it is nearly an hour past my stream end. We spent a long time doing that. That's pretty much all I was saying. It's really hot down here. It's really hot. I would like to, at some point, make something that can actually survive down here, but I don't think people can actually do it. I don't think robots can actually do it. Do you want me to show you why? We're going to quit to the hang around for 5 minutes. Let me show you something. We're going to go to my what's it called? Sandbox save. Well, solar, thank you. I did, overtime with a dodgy tummy. Honestly, whilst I'm streaming, I'm so focused that just about everything drops away. Other than that, 10 watching, 10 likes, indeed. Thank you very much, guys. Skillful DTS, you can come again. You're real helpful, mate. I like you. What I wanted to show us was tracking station. Unfortunately, when the game's been loaded for so long, and I'm sure you've noticed this if you also play Kerbal, that the load gets to take a while. Jebediah on the moon. Mars 1, no. Where's my Venus? Oh, did I revert it? Oh, that's sad, because I did actually have a Kerbal on Venus. I had taken a... Let's just go have a look. Oh, I must have reverted it. Oh, that is so sad. There was a Kerbal walking around on the surface. There was a Kerbal walking around on the surface. So maybe next time we will do that. But yeah, I will see you then. When we're going to do that. Pleiades. Bye!